stock market. Oh, man. Woo!
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Rabble.
Hey, that's an intro I have to sing along to every single time.
Yeah, I saw you like taking your shirt off, and it was kind of wild. I wouldn't be able to show that to the audience.
Woo, woo. Wow, geez, dude. Monster Energy and tobacco. Are you legally allowed to combine those?
Well, if it isn't, it's too late for me now.
Jesus, strong man, you gotta take care of yourself, man.
I feel like I'm 24 years old again, back in the army. Monster and dip. Oh my god! Give me
That's funny.
Okay, boys. So I have an hour. Then I have to watch the kids. Oh, here comes Fabio.
Oh, there we go. The crew is complete. Everybody is here.
All right.
Yes.
Anyway, we are here because of FTX. So what are we going to talk about, boys?
Oh man,
What's
where
the
do we
news?
begin?
What happened with FTX?
Everything happened with FTX, man. Oh my god.
Well, you see, strong man, they printed their own token out of thin air, and that made up apparently majority of their balance sheet.
Well, that's
But we
also
came
what
to find out.
That's also what the Federal Reserve does.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, don't most companies have USD?
Fabio, your mic's like a little loud.
Yeah, hey, Bob, when you're not talking, Fabio, mute.
There we go. Okay, perfect.
Anyway,
Yes.
I can hear now.
Yeah. So we did lose. This is actually our first REUU Rabble without our sponsor since they're bankrupt.
And today we are sponsored by Binance. Sign up with the link below and lose all your money.
the last crypto exchange left.
Yeah. What
What do you
is
think the
left?
odds are these guys are going to start chilling Binance? Like, give me a percentage.
Probably a 50% chance they might. I'm gonna tell you something. Kevin just put out a tweet where he said that all these exchanges are reaching out to creators now because of what happened. Like they're trying to do like sponsorships to say, "Oh, my exchange is safe. Put your money here," kind of thing.
Well,
So
did he
there's a
also say in that
50%
tweet that he was he suspects the exchanges need the money badly, so they want people to deposit as much as possible before they go under?
Oh, yeah, he might have said that.
I think he included that in the tweet. I mean,
Okay.
if an exchange is cash strapped, it's like, yeah, we need deposits. We need them now. So
Really, I was gonna think the exact opposite. I was gonna think, okay, with all the backlash, there's no way a creator is gonna sponsor any exchange, at least for now.
I mean, not the ones we've been going after, but I think some will. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
Graham and freaking Kevin probably aren't stupid enough to do that, but you know,
I'll
sure
agree with you
somebody
on
will.
Graham. Yeah.
I think
I
if
don't
you
know if you
give
guys know who
them
that Lark
time,
guy is. What'd you say?
Mark,
Who?
Yeah, there's this guy named Lark. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's like an absolute
Lark?
scumbag. He's one of the biggest crypto YouTubers. He has like 500,000 subscribers. He might do it.
How do all these people exist? That like
Oh, this dude is huge, and he's been under a lot of controversy. A lot. Even CoffeeZilla was tweeting about him. He's been under
LARK? Oh, I'm gonna look
Yeah,
it
Lark.
up.
His name is Lark Davis.
well, that's why he has 500,000 subscribers.
Oh my
He's
god,
probably-
that was. I mean, I don't want to call some. It would be hypocritical for me to talk about somebody's appearance, but I saw the profile picture and I was taken aback.
Yeah, let's just.
It looks like you just got done voting for Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, no, he does look like that kind of guy. He does.
Cole, he could
looks
be
like
your
a
cousin.
freaking
Or
Bernie,
something.
bro.
That could totally be Cole's cousin. 100%.
That's why I grew out the beard so people knew I had testosterone in me. Yeah. No, but
Why would we not think you had testosterone, Cole?
oh, mainly all the. Is Fabio trying to unmute here? No. Okay.
No.
I'm just.
I mean, seriously though, where do we begin? Do we start off with Spencer? Do we start off with what happened? Because Spencer's out here been simping, and he just
Yeah, I think we got to start with
Let's start with
FTX.
Spencer.
Start with
Do we
Spencer,
talk about
okay.
the fact that Scott Schaefer copied Strongman again? Literally took the exact idea, title, thumbnail. Like, Scott, if you're in here, which we know you're in here, you got to stop it, bro. Like, it's
Guys,
getting
I have a
ridiculous.
special treat for Scott. I'm not going to spoil it for the viewers, but if I have time tonight, I have a special treat for all of Scott's fans. And if you still like this guy after I share this information that I have discovered, I don't know what.
Oh, the video just came out.
We got another exclusive.
I thought
He literally does like what he watches my videos for information. It's hilarious, and he even uses all the
makes the
terms
video
that I use.
after it. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he said somebody was a fluffer. I was like, of course he got that from me. It's like it's ridiculous. At this point, it's almost flattering, because such a great YouTuber like Scott would take inspiration from me. It's flattering. It makes me feel good about myself.
I know. What does he have, like 30K subs now?
32, baby. About to hit 33.
Yeah.
I'm digging his exact replica of CoffeeZilla's background.
Oh yeah, that's right. He copied him too.
Can you be that? Can you be any more of a desperate fanboy than literally like copying the exact background of CoffeeZilla?
When your channel banner is already as seen on CoffeeZilla. Yeah. Which
and
is a
hashtags for
yeah.
CoffeeZilla.
Which is not only
CoffeeZilla in the description.
Which is not only directly referencing CoffeeZilla, it's also referencing CoffeeZilla's banner that says as seen on Netflix. So it's two levels of copying him. I also I think my favorite not my favorite part, but the video he just put out copying Strongman's video. It's 8 minutes and 2 seconds long, which is 2 seconds long enough to run mid-roll ads to get extra ad revenue. And the last 10 seconds of the video is just a subscribe button with like no audio. And so he he's like, shit, my video is not long enough for mid-roll ads. And he just added this 10-second filler at the end.
He needs that revenue.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when YouTube is full time, you do have to, make sure you get your RPM.
I'm about to say, when I make videos, I at least go 8 minutes. But then again, I don't need the money. So.
Well, that's because you have a BlockFi sponsor.
That's right. Sign up for now. Get $250 of free Bitcoin. Links in the description. Oh, I actually added a new link to my description. I added Jeremy Lefebvre's total return since 2019.
Ooh. And you got called out in the comments section. I saw that.
I did. Apparently Jeremy's returns are incalculable, which I guess that's true. You can't figure out what his returns are, but at the end of the day, does anybody really think that clown beat the S&P 500? Really?
We know for a fact he didn't.
Well, are you including YouTube and course revenue?
I have not.
Different.
Yeah.
Different.
I think he cleared the S&P.
Oh no. Honestly, we should tell people the best way to beat the S&P 500 is to become a grifter. Forget investing, just be a grifter. You're going to beat the market.
Well, that's the same that Warren Buffett was the first to do that. That's why he always has a little like Coke can on his table at the shareholder meetings. They pay him.
What kind of disgusting shill would be sponsored by Coke?
We should make a video calling out Buffett, showing like diabetes numbers. How much
people getting their limbs cut off because of diabetes.
What up, Trading with the Dummy? By the way, I see you in the comments.
Oh, he's in there.
Yeah. Well, he's in the comment section. But lots of familiar faces. I see Slurpee, Elemental, Kenny. I'm sure I haven't been on Strongman's channel in forever. So, I saw a better name. It was instead of Sam Bankman Fried, it was Scam Bankrun Fraud.
I was gonna call him Sam Bankman Butt Crack, but I guess that's not funny enough.
Yeah,
I'll have to think of something else.
So, Echoes, you want to fill us in on Spencer Cornelia?
Oh, I want to know about that.
Let's talk about that because first off, he left a very nice comment under Strongman's video, and then he just absolutely trashed me in my video. I'm like, we kind of said the same thing. Like, what the heck is your problem? But basically, old Spencer Cornelia is out here simping for his little friends, his little butt buddies that he freaking plays cards with on the weekends or whatever. So
now, what
that's really all you got.
Yeah, what does Spencer Cornelia do? Just because I'm sure there's some people that don't watch his channel.
Yeah, for those who don't know, he's like the smaller, less popular version of CoffeeZilla. They both kind of do the same thing. They expose scams. Now, Spencer is the less intelligent, less researched version. To be honest, yeah, I'm going there. But I mean, they do the same thing. You know, they do the same thing. So there you go.
The judge is laying the law right now.
Exactly right. We judge echoes up in here. We telling the truth.
The key difference is that between Spencer and CoffeeZilla, Spencer is part of a YouTube agency or something that he's partners with Graham Stephan, Meet Kevin, that day trader guy. I was Gonzalez or Gutierrez. Yeah.
Ricky Gutierrez, yeah.
You're Ricky Gutierrez, yeah, and some other people.
The guy that gets 1% a day, and he has like $100 quadrillion or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has all these nice cars and all these houses. Freaking clown.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1% a day. That's right. Yeah, Ricky. But yeah, so the rumor is, we don't know, but the rumor is that Spencer defended all the FTX sponsorships because, well, he's in the same group as all these people, and they're also friends and hang out. So some people think that may have biased his judgment. Tell us in the comments.
I honestly think. You know what I honestly think? I don't even think it's the little agency thing, because at the end of the day, the creators have to say so. I really think that Spencer's just butthurt because his little butt buddy friends got called out. Because in his comments specifically to me, he literally harped on the fact that I call out his friends, and he said that I specifically target them and I don't target anybody else and I'm unfair. I'm like, dude, you are such a wuss. He's just upset that we're calling out his friends. That's literally all it is. That's what I think.
Yeah, people have been really mad at you lately, Echoes. Like Andre keeps bringing you up on his podcast.
He's talking about me and Strongman, but yeah. He's talking about both of us, but yeah.
You guys are hitting them where it hurts, and you guys are actually affecting them.
In the nuts?
No.
But now it's starting to get major, because we had a huge YouTuber who shouted me and Strongman out, and he put our channels in his description. Then you have other YouTubers talking about us. Then you have people posting us on Twitter. So I think people are finally waking up and realizing that, yes, there are people who have been doing this the entire year trying to warn you guys. We told you.
Yeah, guys, this has been one of the best weekends I've had in a while. It's just all those months and even years of just talking trash about these clowns. Everybody made fun of us. Oh, turns out we were right.
Yeah, I already completely forgot. It's not just the FTX thing. Tattooed Chef is under $4. I forgot about that as well.
Oh God, it's like everything that I wanted came to fruition.
It's happening.
Speaking of Tattooed Chef, that reminds me of Jeremy LaFave. So apparently Jeremy's been posting little butthurt videos inside his private group. Huh?
We didn't hear a word you said.
You liked your present, I see.
Yeah, some mysterious person, hooked me up with it. I don't know where I got that information from, but I was able to get a good lead that showed me that Jeremy LaFave's own Discord is turning against them, and it's just beautiful to watch. But the funny thing is, it took until now for them to finally realize Tattooed Chef is trash and Jeremy's a clown. It took this long for them to finally realize that. Really?
You know what's weird? It's weird that this FTX thing has woken everybody up. It's like, what about the fact that all your stocks are down 90% and all the other crazy stuff that's happened? I don't know why FTX specifically has everybody finally turning on these YouTubers.
Well, I mean, FTX, I think just because who cares about Tattooed Chef? FTX had Larry David in the Super Bowl talking about FTX. They had Tom Brady talking about FTX. And this is hundreds of millions of people know FTX. So I think that is why it's woken up so many people. They're like, well, Jesus, I saw everybody talking, not just the YouTubers. I saw the whole world talking about this. Sequoia Capital had $200 million invested in FTX.
Yeah.
Well, then that makes it okay, because if the big institutions invested in it, it's okay if all the YouTubers shield it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yes. Can we talk about that too? Because Spencer tried to make that argument, just thought that argument was so dumb.
Right after this, I'm going to react to the video, and Strongman. I would have done it yesterday, but Strongman basically said all the stuff I was going to say. It sounded like when Spencer. I don't know if you can talk first on Strongman. When Spencer said it's okay that the YouTubers did it because Tom Brady talked about FTX.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I did my video. Echoes did his. You know, you can copy me. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy. I'm actually just gonna play clips of y'all's videos.
Just get the
And then
ad
just sit there and
revenue
nod your
for it.
head. Oh yeah, just like Jeremy does. But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, the reason the YouTubers are being targeted is because we're in the YouTube sphere.
Mhm.
These people were marketing it to the people on YouTube. So of course, the people on YouTube that were affected by it are going to be pissed off about it, and they're going to point the finger at the people that introduced them to the product. It doesn't matter if freaking Tom Brady or whatever did it. They're going to point the finger at the person that introduced them to it.
Right. And also, Tom Brady is a football player. So even though he talked about it, whatever, these guys are legit fake gurus who come off like they know what they're doing. So if you know what you're doing, you're supposed to promote or talk about things that are not super risky. So that's my whole thing with that. Like, that argument was so dumb. And then with Sequoia Capital and the big boys, yeah, we agree. They were stupid too, but they didn't have YouTube channels pumping it to the average everyday investor. But I guarantee you, most people probably don't even know what Sequoia Capital is. I didn't know what Sequoia Capital was until like a month ago. Like, I didn't even know about these people. Like, everybody gets on YouTube to watch this stuff.
Very large venture capital.
Yeah.
I've heard about them in the startup space before.
Yeah, I heard about
very successful. I mean, this was not a big blow to them. They have lots of very
right. They have so
investments,
that's another thing. They have so much freaking money, right? Like, them losing $200 million is nothing.
Yeah, it was probably a speculative investment by them. I mean,
right.
But they did apparently. They were very glowing of Sam. Apparently, like I think they took down the article.
Yeah, they took it off their website. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
They were mesmerized by Sam. Apparently,
he's a very well put together guy. I can tell you that.
I watched him. I watched him actually. I actually Googled this. I couldn't find an answer. Did people think, like, before this whole thing happened, did people think Sam was like smart? Like, were people like,
yeah, heck
yeah.
Did you see how much money they gave this guy?
Like in a business sense, or like a technology? Because when people talk about
both.
Yeah, okay. Because when people talk about
Fabio's right, dude. Look how much money he's been raising since like 2019. Like, they really, they thought he was like the golden child.
Because
the community's been hard at work documenting, archiving absolutely everything before everyone deletes it. It's going to be like a decently sized database, but we have like stuff on like different creators who are more wholesome, you could call them, and they were manipulating their audiences to make it sound like SBF, whatever the fuck, was like the most generous billionaire and all that. It was literally one of the guys' name is Nas Daily, right? He has a pretty large YouTube channel.
Right before this.
You saw it? Okay, because I sent it to you to watch it, and I was like, yeah. Oh my God.
I should remind the audience that Teslas come with Starlink Wi-Fi. That's why this is so choppy and shitty.
No,
we'll never forgive Fabio for driving
back roads. I'm in like a dead zone for my carrier.
Yeah,
because I'm on back roads.
Yeah, Fabio saw a person with less than $100,000, and he's like, "Oh, I'm on the back roads right now." Man, there's so many topics. I keep losing track. We keep bouncing around it because there's so much.
I'm almost home, so
yeah, it was like, I mean, it's like Christmas right now. It's like finance YouTube Christmas.
Oh yeah, this is like the peak. Like, this is like the greatest. Like Starman said, this is the best week we've ever had. Like, this is great. Like, it's finally happening. But like, what do you all think is going to happen to Sam Bankman-Fried? Because obviously there's rumors that he went to Argentina and all this crap. I don't think he's in Argentina, because there's another thing where apparently the Bahamas local government actually seized him or something. So do you all think that he actually got I don't know. I don't even know what you call it. Seized, on house arrest? Or do you think he actually was able to make it to Argentina? And the last thing I'm going to say is the CEO of Alameda, it looks like she's actually going to get away because she's in Hong Kong right now and she's trying to make her way to Dubai. Like, CoinDesk just reported on that.
Well, I've taken the black pill, so I think they're all going to get away with it. I don't know about y'all.
Sam is going to end up in court. I don't know if it's civil or criminal, but he's going to have his day in court. I would lean prison time, but I don't know. Especially if he hacked. I guess we can talk about that too. FTX goes bankrupt, and one day later they got hacked, and all the money was stolen.
Yeah.
And now Sam's gone.
I wonder who could have taken the money.
You notice he's not tweeting anymore. Remember, he was tweeting the entire last week when all this was happening. He hasn't said anything on Twitter.
Yeah, that would be like even the White House came. I don't know what her role is, but the White House came out today and said something.
She's the press secretary.
Press secretary. Okay.
Yeah, she's the press secretary.
This FTX thing is because none of this happened when Voyager happened. I mean, how much bigger was FTX? How much money did Voyager have?
Way bigger.
Voyager was like a Peabody next to FTX.
FTX was like the second largest exchange behind like Binance. They were like really up there.
Really?
I'm gonna be on the computer, but I got things to say about Voyager.
Gotcha. I would have thought that where does Coinbase rank? I kind of always thought they were like the top dog.
They're top in the United States, I believe, but I know number one is Binance in the entire world. And then I think after that, it's probably between Coinbase and FTX, probably something like that. Somebody in the comments could correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Yeah, I'm Googling it now.
Yeah. Dude,
yeah, capital K. We saw that. There's very nice.
Because I think Kraken and Gemini might be up there too.
I haven't even heard of Kraken. There's a lot of this crypto stuff I don't know.
But
I didn't even know FTX could blow up. Like I thought you just logged in and bought Bitcoin.
Oh, there you go. Kraken is up there. Yeah, Kraken is up there. So it's so it's Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken. Okay, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but look how much bigger Binance is than Coinbase.
Yeah, Binance. Binance is huge. Binance is like number one in the world. I'm surprised KuCoin is up there. Wow.
KuCoin?
Yeah, KuCoin. That's another.
That's an exchange.
Yeah, it is.
Where's REUU?
Wait, can we scroll down and look at the other? Let's see some of these goofy names.
BitGet, BitThumb.
L-Bank.
Crypto.com.
There's a scandal happening between those two right now. Apparently, Crypto.com sent like $300 million in user funds to Gate for some weird reason. Something like that.
Some weird reason.
Wasn't it? They said it was an error. Like, they're like, oops, we accidentally sent all this money.
Yep.
Freaking clowns.
I don't know what TR is.
God, who
is Bitmart right there? Are they the ones with all those ATMs?
Oh, Bitmart is such a scam. I used Bitmart before. Oh my God, they're such a scam. They took all my money.
What do you mean they took your money? Like they just took your money?
So it's basically the gas fee. So what happened was I put money in a few coins, and then when I tried to withdraw it, they basically took all my money in fees. They took like 80% of my money in fees. I'm not even joking. Like there's actually a video on my channel talking about it. That video has like 2,000 views.
Even Coinbase ripped you off, man. Every time you buy or sell, they take a huge chunk.
Yeah, they take a bunch of fees too. Yeah, you're right.
It's such a grift.
Yep, you're right.
How
and
far
the fees are like insane, especially if you're like dealing with Ethereum. They're even worse.
How far do we have to scroll to find one like with the word Elon in the name?
Well, these are exchanges, right? They're not.
Yeah, coins you would probably find.
Yeah,
but exchanges you wouldn't.
I'm going to start Elon Doge exchange.
Most of those exchanges I've never heard of, but the
you're
top
about
like
to be you're about to be a rich man if you start that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go invest in like half of those you just showed.
Just smack Elon and Doge together, and you'll be a millionaire. It's as simple as that. It's all you got to do nowadays.
Thank you, Sean.
You don't have to work a job.
I think that's why. I think that's why, because it kind of makes you wonder sometimes. Why do these 2 million sub? Whoa! Everyone,
there we go. He's there.
Am I supposed to put my green screen up? Is that what we're
no, I just have it permanently behind me.
It's green screen Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah. You see my green screen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Strongman, if you need help with that, let me know. I think yours is too short. It has to be really long for it to work.
Yeah. Then I have to go buy another one.
I thought I had it.
Wait, how many feet is that?
I mean, it's pretty freaking big. It's just it's the angle.
Oh,
I thought I had it right behind me, but it's on the. I guess I can.
Yeah,
put
the
it up on
camera.
the
The camera has to cover the entire thing like mine is. That's the only way it'll work. So you see how your camera's super far back?
I actually have another one in here.
Yeah, I got to put my camera.
It's from like a year ago. It didn't open.
Yeah, your camera has to be the entire green has to be behind you. That's the only way it works.
I got to find a way to zoom my camera in. I wonder if I could do the settings in here.
You also need a lot more lighting. I don't think there's a way to zoom on StreamYard outside of like I lowered like the quality.
There is, but it's the way you format the cameras. But only Chris can do that.
Whoa. No, I'm too much of a boomer to figure that out.
So yeah, as I was saying before, the green screen scandal, I was saying that I think the reason these like 2 million subscriber channels are like you would ask like, why are they so upset over like a 5,000, 10,000 subscriber channel? So like bring them up constantly and like comment on their videos and stuff. And I think it's because they realize a lot of them have no skill whatsoever else, but they happen to blow up on YouTube. So if they lose like a sponsorship, if they lose views, it's just over for them. Like they're going to work in the Amazon warehouse or something. So I think that's why they lash out so viciously when like they lose $1 million a year sponsor like FTX or something, or when somebody calls out their credibility. I think because then other sponsors aren't going to want to back this guy possibly.
Well, that's why you never make YouTube your only source of income.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't buy
Yeah, I
a
was just gonna
massively
say that.
expensive house on your YouTube money.
Yeah, you know what this whole thing taught me? This thing taught me that no matter how big we all get, if that even ends up happening, I'm never leaving my job. Like, you have to have other sources of income. Otherwise, you end up like these clowns. Like, when YouTube is all you depend on, I can see why it would be harder for them to turn down a sponsorship. That's their only revenue source. If Jeremy doesn't do what he does, it's back to the gas station.
Yeah, YouTube can delete your channel in a heartbeat, man. Like all they have to do is look at my thumbnails and all the dicks on them, and poof, I could be gone.
Jay
what's
Nagy
funny?
actually has all the hidden ones. I love it.
He's smarter than me about that. Mine are pretty obvious. But the funny thing is, somebody reviewed my channel, before they monetized it way back in the day, and it's like, I guess it was okay what I had. I don't know.
Is it manually reviewed? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
it
they
is.
hate my channel.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to you, Cole. Something random must have happened.
They claim I reuse other people's content.
Yeah, that was so weird. That was a weird one.
Surprised Scott got monetized.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he was probably monetized from you. I heard they cracked down in the last year or so.
No, you're
They
right.
manually
Yeah,
review
Scott,
channels.
yeah, Scott probably got monetized before YouTube got strict. YouTube used to be strongman. There were people way worse than you on YouTube before they got really strict, and they freaking banned them all. So yeah, YouTube was like the Wild West back in like 2017. Not even joking.
So Fabio, now that you're here, I had a question for you yesterday, but you said it would take too long.
I'll be
to
right back.
text. He has to go watch his kids. I was trying to find the exact text I sent you, but I can probably just re-ask it. So kind of my question is, my question was, what was the goal of FTX? But they were spending like $1 million a year per YouTuber. Basically, they were spending at least, I guess, $5 million on the Super Bowl commercial. Probably more than that when you count for paying Larry David and all the sets and stuff. Probably, I don't know how much they gave Tom Brady. That's probably so spending millions of dollars in advertising. Did at any point was Sam Bankman going, this is like a legit business, or was the whole thing some kind of like Ponzi scheme, like rush to like get as much deposits as possible and hope it doesn't blow up?
No, I think like there was like a strategy that they wanted to get to a certain scale as quickly as possible, so that because of course you would want to legitimize your net worth, right? You don't want to. I don't think he for a moment said, "Oh, I'm going to just do this and I'm going to run for the rest of my life." And
yeah, I mean, did he?
Dollars.
When do you think he realized they were on a timer? Was it the moment Binance put out that tweet, or was this before that?
I think it was probably, if I'm being honest, they must have seen it beforehand, because when Voyager Digital, the reason why I harp on Voyager Digital so much is that they were publicly traded, so we could see into them much more easily than we could see into FTX or Binance. And the things that they were doing, they were engaging in a lot of transactions that brought about a lot of counterparty risk. So even though, let's say Voyager Digital, yes, Voyager Digital, yes. Even if they did everything right, they were engaging with parties that if those parties had done anything wrong, and we don't know what those parties were doing with other parties. That was another thing. It was like a black box. And that was when I did the very long video on Voyager Digital saying, this is a company I would never, ever want to touch or be a part of. And then I posted on the community 4 months ago now. There's a message I received on Discord from someone who watched that video and then told me because of that video, they took all of their money out of Voyager Digital. And this is before Voyager Digital died. Because after that basic opinion, essentially, is that you're dealing with something that is a black box. They're creating a bunch of assets that are derived from these cryptocurrencies, and any little hiccup by these other parties can just cause the whole thing to come crashing down, and you won't get your money back because it's not a financial product. So, well, it's not the traditional financial product like you would at a bank, for example. You would go, okay, I'm going to JP Morgan Chase. I put my money in there, and I know I'm going to have my $250,000 per bank account secured. So, yeah, that was kind of the thing. I don't think that SBF was like, oh, I'm going to defraud all these people, and then I'm going to just run for the rest of my life. I think he had the strategy in place, and he just either didn't know that things would get carried away this quickly, but it ended the way it did, and now we are where we are. But I think he knew before this.
It happened because of crypto's drop in value over this year, or like if crypto kept running up, he would have been fine, or
no? I would say, like, broadly speaking, well, yes, but crypto is going up for other reasons, right? So it's kind of like, could we get into the discussion of the liquidity crunch, the dollar shortage that's going on globally?
No,
like that has something. Yeah, no, we're not going to get into it. Don't worry. But that's where we'd have to. That's where our conversation would probably end up.
Okay, so you don't think? Do you think it was because they were spending millions on YouTubers? I mean, millions and millions on YouTubers, and they cut that very suddenly. I think only Graham. I think still.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. They knew before.
Right, that's what you're saying. They knew before, and there was an interview. There was an interview with SBF like months ago where he said, like, there are a lot more exchanges that are insolvent than people think, and a lot of people think that FTX was probably one of them back at that time. A lot of people think that, and it's possible. It kind of makes sense because right around that time when he said that is when FTX cut those sponsorships. That was in like July, I believe, something like that.
That was that must have been right when Voyager kind of.
Yeah, that was something like that when they cut all that. So
look, the biggest hint to where all this started to really hamper down. I made a video on like the Terra Luna debacle. Unfortunately, I made it after the fact that it happened, but I had been talking about it in various live streams around that time. Because I've been getting requested to do a video on it. And I was preparing a whole video. I had this whole thing outlined, and I was going to explain basically the anchor protocol, which is one thing that people were doing. And it was going to go with the general theme of like, okay, during something like a liquidity crunch, this is all going to probably come crashing down. And then it did. But so I never had a dedicated video to it. Unfortunately, I only made like the after the fact video. But I did have live streams going into it here and there. So it's all crazy mumbo jumbo. Like the anchor protocol was a complete degenerate way for people to generate all this extra income, taking on tons of leverage. They were taking leverage on leverage on leverage on leverage on their crypto, essentially. And most people who were doing that got completely wiped out. But for a brief moment in time, it was easy money and people weren't questioning it. People were like, oh, I'm generating like, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20%. Interest on doing this thing, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. I couldn't proceed.
First of all,
crypto exchanges 1,000 to 1 leverage.
What?
Wait, hold on, everybody.
Wait, too many.
We have 300 people in here. Is that
344?
That many people?
Hold on, I need to change this to my actual channel name so people know to subscribe. I've been sitting here called Jack Me Off.
All right, guys, shout yourselves out because we only have 27 minutes left of the stream.
Guys,
that's a long ass time.
Guys, my name's Investing with Cole. I'm like the best. I'm like the best channel. You should. It's not hyperlinked because I'm not a mod, I think. But you should click that. You should copy that, highlight it, hit Control-C if you're on Windows, and paste that into your browser.
You should go to his channel and downvote every video.
Downvote
is what he's trying to say.
Honestly, boys, at this rate, we're about to be the new millennial money. The fact that we're getting this many people viewing.
Don't put that curse on us, Echo. Don't ever say that again.
The good version. The good version.
So I didn't even realize that FTX could.
Cole, you saw that so fast. Like,
We got a brand new sponsor, Capital K. Make sure to if you're looking for a quick and easy way to. If you're looking for a quick and easy way to buy Bitcoin,
super chat.
download the Capital K app. He's our new sponsor. Put all your Bitcoin on the Capital K app. Ta-da! That's the whole.
I mean, hey, you pay me $5, and then you take out taxes and YouTube fees. It's still worth the sponsorship, 100%.
Yeah, if Capital K doesn't send you $5 next month, we'll know that he's having liquidity issues.
Now there's 409 people tuning in. What is going on?
Oh, Scott probably got us.
All right, we're getting bot attacked right now. Okay, all you have to do is
share the stream or something. Like, what is going on?
Guys, I'm going to give you YouTube wisdom. Put FTX and put Sam Bankman-Fried in your title, and you will get a shit ton of views.
We should probably talk about FTX.
I figured that out like days ago. Yeah, you will get a crap ton of views.
So have you seen that Chris Norland is like crapping out videos on FTX? Have you seen that?
Because he figured it out. He figured it out, and all those videos are getting views. He's putting out like 8 videos a day on FTX.
Yeah, it's like, dude, how do you have the time? I thought you were a freaking professor. You know, are you working?
He's a full-time YouTuber now, like legit. He's full-time.
Doesn't he get like 200 views?
How does he do that?
Cole, he used to get that. You're right. He used to get that, but honestly, his videos have been exploding lately. Well, they're all on FTX, but yeah.
Yeah, you just say FTX, and then put in me. He basically copied my formula, of course. Put all the famous YouTubers in your title, and then now talk about FTX on top of that, and you'll get a ton of views.
Dude, we're so popular. We're so popular. Some guy with a check mark commented. and he's got an NFT.
Who the heck is this?
He's got an NFT as his profile picture.
Does he have a Twitter check mark, or is it like a YouTube check mark?
Yeah. That'll depend if we like this guy or not. Is how many YouTube subscribers he is.
Yeah.
If he has less than 100,000, I'm probably just gonna ban him from the chat.
That's kind of beneath us at this point.
So my question is, I didn't even realize FTX could like blow up because I didn't look into it at all. I thought you just go to this app. I thought you just went to this app and you bought crypto, and that was maybe they make their money on fees and stuff. What were they? What were they so leveraged?
Though they were taking customers' money and lending it to Alameda, weren't they?
Yeah. So they were lending it to their hedge fund, basically. Yep.
So what was Alameda like? What was Alameda doing? That it seemed like this was just like a normal, reputable business. Like they're just taking like
Alameda
fees
was
when you
trading, and they lost it, from what I understand. Somebody could correct me, but from what I understand, FTX is the exchange. Alameda Research is the hedge fund. They took users' funds, which I believe is illegal, and they gave it to their hedge fund, and their hedge fund like traded it and lost it.
Well,
that's what I understand.
CoffeeZilla mentioned that FTX says like they don't touch your crypto, like it's yours. They don't move it around. But so like without Alameda, FTX would have been fine, seemingly, without the Alameda thing.
Look, Cole, anything that has to do with crypto is not I'm not going to sit here and say I understand exactly how all this crap works, but I can tell you crypto's a freaking scam.
Yeah.
And if anything is involved in crypto, get away from it as fast as possible.
It's
block anything.
Okay, Strongman, we're going to test your hate for crypto. Are you like Warren Buffett? If I gave you all the crypto in the world, would you pay $25 for it?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
I don't hate it that much, but yeah, $25, give me all the crypto.
So I think it's clearly there was something visible because all the YouTubers I make fun of had FTX sponsorships, and all the YouTubers I like if somebody asked me a genuine channel to learn, every single channel I actually recommend, none of them touched FTX. So clearly there was something. Yeah, there was something you could have seen beforehand.
Now I have a question. Do you think Everything Money would have potentially ever had an FTX sponsorship?
Yeah, definitely.
They probably did because they do get enough views for it. They probably got it and didn't.
They're probably offered, so they must have said no. I imagine they would.
Yeah, they probably got off their. Yeah, I agree.
What do they say about crypto? Because obviously they day trade. What do they say about crypto? I mean, Paul hates it, I think.
Yeah, well, they say it's worthless, but at the same time, they're day traders. So I mean, yeah, that's something you can day trade. I mean,
we're at 530 by the way. Now we passed 500.
What'd you put?
Bro, where are all these people coming from?
Change the YouTube title and just put Sam Bankman-Fried like 5 times in a row.
Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried. No, I think
that's all you got to do nowadays. It's that simple.
the work, I think it's finally happening. I know that you're black-pilled, Strongman, but I still I'm almost on there. I'm almost there with you, but I still have a sliver of hope.
Take it. The YouTube audience. Take it.
Take your hope or
put the black pill right up your rectum.
oh, bump it up, bump.
I know this is a lot of money. Split it.
No, we're not splitting this.
Well, technically, YouTube already takes like half, so
We're not
Each
splitting.
get a
Cole
quarter.
takes it all, actually.
yeah,
The funny thing is, see, I would split it with you guys, and then I would get the tax bill.
Yeah, Strongman actually. I saw Strongman's video last week because I actually own everyone's channels. I own all of them and get that.
Yeah.
So Strongman made a video the other day and he had like a little notepad. He said, "Cole, please send us the money you owe us. You owe us $17,000." And he's like, "Whoops, I didn't mean to put that there."
The lore.
Damn, again? Oh, trading with a dummy. Look at that.
CN.
Congrats on the numbers. Happy for y'all. FYI. CN is a fake nice guy. Who's CN?
Who's
Capital
CN?
9 set, dude.
Capital 9 set.
Capital
Yeah, who is
Mindset.
CN? FYI, CN. I don't know who that is.
Crypto Nash.
Crypto Nash?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't think of who CN is.
Trading
I'm
with the
sorry.
dummy, please.
Chris Norland.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
let's talk about Chris
Oh,
Norland.
don't worry. We know.
Yeah,
we know.
we need to talk about Chris Norland.
Can I-
Okay,
can I
Chris
share my-
Norland is a freaking fake.
Can
He
I-
made a video about Redbox. All he does is talk about the hottest topics. He made a video about Redbox, how you can trade it and make money. And then Redbox absolutely collapsed.
bump.
Oh my God.
You're not going to be able to talk.
This
to
is
me.
what this is
I mean,
worth
he's
more
talking
than
about
this is.
500
I don't even know what that currency is.
The whole stream, we're just getting super chats. And I can't
We're
even
making
talk.
more than FTX. Like this is.
It's just going to be you going pump it up.
Yeah.
See, and the thing is, I'm getting paid in real currency, ladies and gentlemen. This has legitimate value.
Apparently, it's from me. So you said Chris Norland made a Redbox video. Is it what he made the
Deleted
video
it.
like after a 600% run up in a week, right?
Deleted it.
Deleted it.
Yeah.
He deleted it. And
Ooh,
but
he
the only
deleted
we have the evidence that it still exists is actually Chris' community post.
I remember when I meet a new YouTuber, sometimes I'll search Reddit and the name of the YouTuber to see if there's any like threads talking about them. I'm pretty sure I searched Reddit Chris Norland, and he apparently used to do like market open AMC streams.
Yes,
Okay.
He did. Yes,
What?
he did.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know? I thought you knew. No. People found
Oh my
it.
God.
People found it and shared. There are like people who are fantastic researchers.
All
You know,
Strong Man,
I
who's
think
gonna
Chris
be making that
Norland-
video, me or you?
Dude,
Yeah.
we can both
all
do it,
you guys.
whatever.
I
But,
think
like,
they're all
Chris
deleted
Norland
though,
and
because
Scott Schaefer are gonna be the
They are
next
deleted.
the Reddit threads are
What
actual
did you say about
apes. I think.
No, yeah. So they were people that were he switched. So basically, how we're kind of so far what the timeline looks like is during when it was really popular, he was in there doing stuff. This is from what we see in Reddit and what's there on Reddit still. And then he kind of switched at one point to now, and he deleted all those old videos. And then now he has ones because he kind of saw the tides changing and he
Yeah.
switched over so that he
the
could ride
Reddit
the other
threads are AMC apes complaining like, "Oh, this fraud Chris Norland sold out the community" or something like that.
Wait. Did we take snapshots of those posts?
I'm sure
I
they're still
didn't.
up. I'm sure
I
we can
didn't,
find- I'm
but-
sure I can get them.
Because
But,
like you know that clown right now is like, oh my God, he's going on Reddit right now to delete.
well,
it.
he can't delete them. It's
No, you
not
can't
his
delete them.
post,
There are other
yeah.
people's comments.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's the whole
Chris.
community
Yeah.
and stuff.
My because I can't I haven't been able to watch more than like 2 minutes of the guy. So the only like video I've seen of Chris, I forget if Strongman sent it to me. I know Strongman's seen it though. Is he?
Oh my God. Strongman about to make a
Strongman's
killing.
kids are getting McDonald's tonight, boys. So
Thank you very much for your donation.
So my Chris Norland story, like the one video I saw the guy, he's reacting to Graham Stephan. And so I'm sure everybody watching knows. So Graham Stephan used to always say like, "What up, guys? It's Graham here." And then
Oh my God.
as a joke, he started saying, "What up, Graham? It's guys here." The joke
Right.
is he switches the words. And Chris Norland spends like a minute. He's like,
Oh my
he
God.
donated the funny number. He donated the funny number. 420.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's actually a good friend of mine, by the way.
That's what I thought. I didn't know if it was.
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine.
Oh, I think I know who that guy is.
You do know who he is.
He looks
The,
familiar.
Yeah.
The plug. Yeah.
Thank
So-
you, Austin, for your donation.
Picture of him performing, actually. He makes good music, guys. Good musician.
Go check him
Oh,
out.
so he's just advertising. He's not being generous. He's
Yeah, go
advertising.
check out our
advertising.
sponsor, Austin Adams. The point is, Chris Norland spends a minute dissecting. Graham said, "What up, Graham? It's guys here." Chris spends like a minute, like, Graham Stephan has a full team writing scripts for him, and a full team of editors. How could they not have realized that he switched up the word Graham and guys? Like, that's a horrible blooper to like leave in a video. I was like, there's no way you misunderstood this. But he was dead serious.
He's that intelligent.
He's
that
serious
intelligent.
that he didn't understand the joke was he just.
And you're supposed to be a teacher. We're teaching kids.
Dude, him and Scott are gonna be the next freaking finance grifters. I can already see it happening.
Oh yeah, I think yeah.
Do we touch on Chris also commenting on a Nazi's YouTube channel like every upload?
You mean the one who got banned recently?
Yeah, the guy who got banned for being like not
YouTube banned,
not some Twitter overreaction, like just an actual Nazi.
Yes.
And Chris is just like, hey, Chris,
woke,
great video.
This guy legit is a literal Nazi on YouTube.
And yeah, Chris Norland's just like, hey, great video. Like,
and then Scott wanted to collab
Scott
with him
likes
too.
it too. Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Scott commented on a bunch of videos.
I told you, memes have power. They have the power to reshape reality.
Bob Smith, that's a real name if I've ever heard it.
Not an alias whatsoever.
Yeah. Strongman, can you put your Monster Energy logo like just a little closer to the webcam?
Absolutely. Dude, if I would sponsor Monster in a heartbeat.
Well, they're the number one performing stock in the last 20 years.
Yeah, this is one of Jeremy's stocks, bro. You know what's in this right now, guys? Guess.
We saw it.
Yeah.
Guys, if we
don't
get a
want to
$20 donation, he'll drink that right now.
It would have to be a lot more than $20.
100. I think we went over this number. Is it $100?
We don't want anyone to send us.
We should add a couple zeros to that.
1,000.
Yeah, it's still too low.
10,000.
Yes.
What do you guys think Jeremy would like? Like if FTX told Jeremy like, hey, we'll pay you $100,000 a month, but during the ad reads you have to like swallow a can of chewing tobacco spit. Do you think like he would? I think he would do it.
He would absolutely. He would. This is Jeremy we're talking about.
I don't know why I'm making fun of him. I would do that for $100,000.
I want to ask you guys because I'm just curious since I have you all here. So of the guys who were sponsored by FTX, you want to do a tier ranking list of from best to worst?
I don't even know who all had it.
They're the big ones.
I do.
We'll keep it easy. The big ones. Oh, Echoes has them all like listed.
Echoes, take the lead on this one.
Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum.
Again?
Oh man,
I don't even see
It doesn't even come with the comment.
Guys, we're big time now, so we're not even going to do the dance for $1 anymore. So
yeah, this FTX thing is going to change everything. Seriously.
you know what? I'll still dance for you guys. Okay, these guys can be haters, but I will always dance for my fans. Anyway, go ahead, Echoes. Tell us your tier list.
Well, Echoes, first name all the YouTubers you know that had
name them all.
FTX sponsors.
Yeah. So yeah, me, Kevin, Jeremy, Joseph Carlson, Graham, Andre. I'm counting because of Millennial Money again. Oh my god,
Did he catch a monkey? What is that?
bro, you about to make like $100 off the stream. You were going nuts. Yeah, those are the main big ones. The usual suspects, believe it or not, like Chris Sane and Larry Jones, they didn't get it. So those are like the main five. Then you have like all these like crypto channels that got it too.
Yeah, I get because I don't watch any crypto channels.
Those are like
so
the
I guess
main
they wouldn't be
five.
the main.
Like, but those other ones are like the way more obvious degenerate ones, right? They can't do that. There has to be like an allure of like, let's say these guys don't appear as degenerate. Like me, Kevin doesn't appear as degenerate.
Well, he was a financial analyst on Yahoo Finance.
Yeah. Like he's more credible. He's a financial analyst now for crypto on Yahoo Finance.
And they've been calling him that for a while because every news segment he gets on, they call him a financial analyst.
They brought him on when Russia invaded Ukraine.
Yeah, they did. You're right. They did. I saw that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like not even to talk about investing. I don't think it was even to talk about investing. I think it was like to talk about actual like
Bro,
Putin
what is this?
and, like,
Sasha's freaking burner account? How many times are you gonna donate money and talk about Sasha?
So
Sasha's like,
my
go
freaking
watch my
shoulders
video.
hurt now. Watch Sasha's. Oh, I've watched all his videos. I actually enjoy watching Sasha, even though he's a Tesla shill. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. And if you send me 10 grand, I will chug this bottle of dip spit.
I think YouTube would. No, I think YouTube would let it go. You probably have to call your card company. But yeah, some guy stole your card and he's trying to send this.
Or somebody
shirtless guy
donates
to-
like some other currency, and I think it's dollars, but it's some like devalued currency.
Zimbabwe
There you go. You
dollars,
just
but
chug
that's
some
the
dip
same symbol.
spit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Bro, again?
No.
I'm about to
It's
say, bro,
it's
this
just
is
this.
ridiculous.
All right. He just wanted to do the dance. All right,
Fred-
but give us what's the rank list, I guess.
So
What are we
doing?
ranking in
Like,
terms
the
of
scummiest creator that
Yes,
promoted it? Or how
yeah. I
we
want to
doing
hear
that?
this. I want to hear this. This is
Okay, well, number
scummiest
one-
related to
number one
FTX
on
or
the
just
Yeah,
Really,
number
it's
one on the
FTX.
tier list, hands down, has to be Jeremy because he lied about the whole thing. Remember that?
yes.
So I have to give it to Jeremy. I have
Well,
to.
remind everyone what Jeremy lied about.
I didn't get to watch it, but apparently he just posted a video on FTX.
And he didn't apologize. I watched it. He didn't. I watched
Oh,
the
I didn't
whole
watch
thing. He didn't
Because he
apologize.
warned his fans about it, Echoes. He told
Everybody-
them to get out of it.
Everybody apologized, but Jeremy, from what I can think of. I think Andre didn't either, right?
Andre
So-
apologized.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't see that video. Okay, so we got Andre, me, Kevin apologized, even though he didn't make a video, but whatever.
Wasn't Andre's apology? He was like, "I'm a moron." Like, wasn't that his apology?
Yeah, he's. I'll react to the video, but basically he's like,
Yeah.
I've always felt dumb as an investor, and I'm learning as I go, and I'm dumb, blah 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 blah. And then he apologized.
Yeah, his defense
That
was
is such crap.
I don't remember exactly what he said, but I remember what I took away was Andre was like, "I'm too stupid to have known better." Was basically what I remember him saying.
Why do you have a YouTube channel about? Wow.
And why do you have a Patreon which you're buying sell alerts?
The only answer is because his followers have to be dumber than he is. Just saying. I'm gonna just say it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. That's the only way.
No, I love the honesty because
Yeah,
that's exactly
that's the
how I
only way.
feel. Like, yeah.
I'm like up to just
Strongman
You're fed up.
actually, yeah, Strongman posted the clip. I think it was the clip because Fabio kept saying Jeremy was like the dumbest YouTuber, and I was like, it's Andre. And
I didn't know how dumb he was.
I think
sorry.
the clip
I
the clip
apologize.
that convinced him, I think, was the one that Strongman had in his video today, where Andre said, "Yeah, so I think inflation's going to be really high. So I took out a $1.1 million loan so that I can make money off the interest." He legitimately thought if inflation is 8% and he's paying like 3% interest on $1 million, he thought he just inherently made money on it. But just because the real interest rate is negative, but it's not, you're still paying interest on $1 million. You have to invest in something. He invested it into a house that he tried to list on Zillow to rent it out, and he still has not gotten anybody to rent it out.
And didn't he get an adjustable rate mortgage?
He got
Right
an adjustable
before we
rate.
had rising interest rates.
He got an adjustable rate when Fed funds rate was 0. Yeah,
Why would he do that?
And
no,
that, my friends, is why Andre Jake's videos are so simple. It's not for the fans; it's for him. Bro, this Bob Smith guy, where he getting all this money?
I just made 20 grand or 2 grand, baby.
And I remember the Millennial Money episode after he took out the loan. He's like, "Yeah, I got an adjustable rate," and Graham was like, "Yeah, you should not do that."
Dude, this is like the opportunity of a lifetime to lock in a fixed rate at an insanely low rate.
and he chose to do variable. Yeah.
Yes, he's so stupid.
So I don't know mortgages very well. When do rates adjust typically on an adjustable rate mortgage?
It probably depends on the term of the loan.
Yeah,
No.
I think standard is like 6 months.
Okay, so when the Fed pivots, he'll be okay.
I'm not sure what his terms were.
The comments say 7 years it adjusts.
So I don't know how to read this. Andre got a 2.6 adjustable rate, 7.1.
I remember
Jeremy did promote silver, by the way, folks.
Jeremy bought like $100,000 worth of silver, and within a week it fell 20%.
And he said you should use that as part of your savings account. Your emergency savings should be in freaking silver.
I think he did
Oh yeah,
say
he
that.
did. He did say that.
He
I remember
did.
that.
That's
Because
why I
He
reacted to
absolutely
it.
said that.
Well, because cash is worthless, but silver. I mean, you guys know silver. You know, it has value.
It's shiny.
It's
very
shiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the rankings. And also Tom Nash, I forgot, Tom Nash got an FTX sponsorship too, which, by the way, Spencer's video, Tom Nash, I guess, shared it and basically said, I agree. And then he deleted it like an hour later.
You saw it. You saw it,
Hey,
right?
Tom Nash, you were so full of crap, bro. And I'm not even going to lie. Let me give a special message to Tom Nash. Because it's sad, Tom Nash, because I actually like you. I think you're an okay person. Like I like you in terms of a person, but you are really something else with this whole thing, man. Like, you really try to come off like you're not as bad as the rest, but Tom Nash, you were just as bad as the rest. Like, I'm sorry, bro.
I don't know. I honestly don't know enough about Nash to comment on it, but I've exchanged some. He's actually come on the stream, and I've exchanged some Russian jokes with him, so I enjoyed that.
What is a Russian joke?
Hey, it's our boy, blue collar, debt free.
Oh, look at him. Now that you guys are big time. When we had
AKA
the house
Jeremy's
tours.
dad.
So now that you guys are big time, will you do your house? That would be a funny spoof video. I might actually do that.
If you want a house tour, congratulations.
I feel like we should
Write
do
that
That
down.
would be really funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. That'd be
That would be a
hilarious.
funny way to troll.
Now remember, you have to
my super chats today.
you have to start the tour like in front of your front door, and be like,
Oh yeah,
And
then
just
you
be
have,
like-
you have to be like, "Come on in, guys."
yeah, exactly. It'd be like,
This
come
is
on
the
in.
fireplace. You have to do all that crap. This is my wonderful fireplace, and this.
And
is
I actually
my
have this
bathtub.
pond in front of my yard. So I'll be like, oh, this is my pool, bro. See? It's even got a waterfall.
Send that video to me before you upload it. I'll edit in like some fish and like some fancy looking fish or something, like a shark.
We can make this good.
Make sure to have like your wife just make sure she's doing labor during the house, like
Of
sweeping.
course, she'd be cutting the
yeah.
grass or something,
Yeah.
folding clothes, something like
Yeah.
that.
In fact, in every single scene, have her doing something. Like, there's no room without her in it. Hey guys, make sure to donate on the next donation, because we call them cash sells. These people that have U.S. dollars, we hate them. If you guys can donate Bitcoin or Ethereum on the next super
Wait,
chat,
what
we
do
really
you call them?
appreciate it.
Cash what?
Cash sells, like incels, but they instead of women, it's cash. You know,
Is that a real thing that like crypto people say? Your cash sell?
I think it's a joke term making fun of crypto. I don't think it's ever been used seriously, but maybe it has. I don't know.
We need to make it legit now. I like it. Can you actually send crypto on YouTube?
Fuck no.
It's like, yeah, I need to disable that feature right now.
Yeah, well,
Tornado Cash. That was the thing.
Tornado Cash. What is that again?
It's another. I think it was another crypto.
No.
There's a lot of no cryptos.
You can't donate Bitcoin on YouTube because YouTube's owned by Google, and crypto taking over, that just destroys their whole grip they have on society. Keeping us chained to the US dollar.
Yeah, I hate the dollar. It needs to die.
Well, okay, we're missing a couple in there though. Echoes. What about Graham?
We've said Nash. We've said
Graham.
Jeremy.
All right, we got 2 minutes, guys.
Literally all the big creators to get all the views. Literally, like that's really it. The big creators to get all the views, like those people.
No, Chris, have you heard of YouTube automation?
Oh God.
He
has, because that guy you hate does it.
No. I have a new way of YouTube automation. Chris goes and takes care of the kid. We just conduct the rest of the stream.
Well,
Take all
yeah,
the
I'll
super
keep going
chats
on
in
here,
there.
strong man. If you want to come back like 30 minutes later.
I mean, I can let you guys keep going if you want.
We'll text you. We'll text you when we're actually done. You can just walk in and
keep
close
going,
your
we'll go.
computer.
Okay. You
Unfortunately,
gotta make me a lot of money.
I'm
Super
in the
chat.
same boat as him. I can't.
You're in the same boat. You don't have to go watch your kids.
I know, but the wifey.
So you're in a different boat heading in the same direction.
There you go.
All right, I can't leave only 2 of you on here. It's got to be all 3.
It's all good.
Fabio, you going live?
All right, hold on. Let me check.
Fabio, you going live? You can get 500 viewers right now, dude.
No, it's not.
I can direct you guys the traffic.
How much more time are you guys trying to stay on?
5 hours.
They said 5 hours. He said, hell no.
30 minutes.
What about 30 minutes?
There's about to be a slipper like flies in the
All right,
screen.
all
And
30 minutes.
Yeah, I get 30 more minutes.
We'll
All
see you in 30
All
minutes,
Oh
Strongman.
man, don't you guys do anything stupid while I'm gone.
All right, well,
Yeah, we won't promote FTX.
We're gonna demonetize the video.
All right, later.
This man
all
strong
right,
out
so
here.
now that he's gone, no, I'm kidding.
Okay, guys, we actually all three of us do like FTX.
We all really, yeah,
Right. We were all putting on a front for strongman. Exactly.
I'm still a huge believer in FTX. I actually have all my assets with them.
We're in Jeremy's Discord. It's a really I've learned a lot.
Yeah, Jeremy's Discord is actually the most
Yeah.
value-added place I've ever been in my life.
A lot
It's
of
a
people.
fantastic place. It's fantastic. I've learned so much from that Discord. It's been incredible.
A lot of
It's
people.
changed my life.
A lot of people don't know Jerome Powell's in it.
Yeah, Jerome Powell's in
During when you see the FOMC meeting, like when he's taking questions and stuff, somebody would be like, "What do you think? When will a pivot come?" And he DMs Jeremy real quick, and he's like, "Yeah, I think inflation's looking."
Yes, that's why it costs about
Yeah.
$20 grand.
Yeah.
On the high end, depending. Well, it's a variable rate mortgage.
Well, who tried to pay? What the fuck was that? Who was trying to pay Jeremy for his services again? Bill Ackman or someone?
No, that's another thing entirely. Someone's saying nice SBF hair.
Is that what you were going for?
No, I was just trying to. I'm just the judge.
Yeah.
And this
That's actually
okay. I'll tell you a story because they didn't have a gavel, which was stupid, and they didn't have the judge white hair. So I just had to get this is actually apparently nerd geek hair. So
that's Echo's natural hair when he doesn't.
Oh right. Of course it is.
I love some people are grabbing the SBF because apparently he was a huge prolific donator to the Democratic Party, and so
But
He was the second largest.
He donated $70 million to I think in the last election cycle.
I think it was more than that, but yeah.
He was the second largest donor. I think specifically. You probably know more than me, Echoes, but I think his parents were the largest donor to Elizabeth Warren or something.
Yeah. I don't know about the largest, but they're very closely tied to the Democratic Party. Yeah.
Which why do you? If I was just thinking from an evil perspective, does it does something about Democrats scream pro crypto, or you think he was just doing it from his own political beliefs and wasn't to buy favor for FTX?
No. If you think about it, kind of philosophically, which side is going to be more regulatory?
I would feel like the Democrats.
Exactly. So that's the ones usually
so he's buying favor to prevent them from regulation.
No, not to prevent, because regulation usually benefits the ones who have already made it.
Oh, that's right. Because
that's what I keep telling you. Yeah. So if you're rich and powerful already, you want more regulation because it keeps you rich and powerful.
But he'll have a little bit of a say so. So this is where we get into political lobbying, which obviously I'm very familiar with. So lobbying.
Yeah, Echoes was a lobbyer for 10 years.
You know what's funny? I actually could have been a lobbyist. That's the funny part, but it's too much work. No, but anyway, they give money so they can have a hand in it. So obviously they know what's coming, but they're like, okay, well, we want to be in control too. So they'll send their lobbyists, and the lobbyists will help the politicians kind of construct the policy in a way that helps the donor, basically. And that works on the state level too, just so people know.
Just to be clear.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, just to be clear, you were a lobbyer for healthcare companies so that they could jack up the prices on insulin and cancer treatments, right?
Yeah, exactly. How'd you know?
just making sure so everyone knows.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember that story from that was when we we can't put it on screen anymore, but Bob Smith sends $2 and says funds to help strongman quit debt. Hey, I'm right there with you. Guy maxes out his accounts.
You good?
Wife just threw a plate at you. Strongman maxes out his tax advantage account, so he can't touch until he's 65. Chews tobacco. I don't know.
Oh yeah. That's
a little hypocritical, But
yeah, it's true. Tax advantage account, so you can't even touch until you're 55 and a half.
What is it? I actually forgot the exact. Was it 59 and a half? 59 and a half.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's for a Roth. Yeah, I think it is 59 and a half. Yeah.
So the hell was I talking about? That I was saying something. Oh yeah. Echoes, that was back in like 2015 or so when you were a lobbyist for. I don't know if you guys remember the news article because it was all over. It was retweeted a lot that on Christmas Eve that lady had cancer and Echoes personally like denied her claim, and so she didn't get the medicine she needed.
Right, we're not going that far.
It's like what was that, Saw 6? I don't know if anyone saw that movie because people stopped after 3.
Okay, so but you guys, okay, now that we are all here, fill me in on what the heck's been going on in the sphere. I have not been able to watch everyone. I know Cole watched everyone.
Dude, yeah. I got so I watched for like 2 years straight. I watched everybody, and I got so burnt out. Like I've not watched Andre, Jeremy, or Graham in forever.
All right, then Echoes, fill me in. He's Cole failed me here.
Yeah,
I thought Cole knew. Yeah, basically. I mean, how up to date are you? Like, you know what everything that's taking place, right, with FTX?
I know.
Yeah, FTX
went
bankrupt,
debacle, but I don't know what each one person has said. I know only through because I watch you guys instead of watching them. I don't give them my click.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. The only thing I can think of that's major is just the fact that Millennial Money deleted their channel and Spencer Cornelia simping for his friends. That's the two major updates, at least from what I know.
And Spencer not attacked you, but commented in your videos. And,
he wasn't happy. He doesn't.
He commented on Strongman's videos.
I can't tell if the guy likes me or not, but whatever. Because I made a post before about my channel, and then he commented on it. He tried to give me like helpful tips to like help it grow or whatever. But now he just, I don't know. He just seems to be upset. I don't know, but whatever.
Yeah, I can't tell if Spencer is because there's two. Hello World says $2.
Okay, I don't know anything about this guy. Just that he's maybe like kind of, I'll say it respectfully, Asian. Funny.
Who?
No, that's not
Chicken Genius. Singapore is the
that's
donation.
What about. Yeah, I don't know anything about the guy. I don't know much. I think Strongman knows more about him because he makes videos on him, but I don't know.
I've watched 2 Chicken Genius videos, and
I don't watch his videos.
It was the most extreme. You saw my videos about the how to retire on just blank stock by 2030.
Yeah. He's done those.
Oh yeah. So he had the worst one when it comes to typically the rule of thumb for a safe withdrawal rate is you can take 4% of your portfolio out in retirement annually. He had a video saying, hey, if you only buy Tesla, if you just put all your money into Tesla, you can withdraw 20% of your portfolio a year. And which is stupid. That would, if you had done that in 2021, I think you'd already be out of money in 2 years. But yeah, basically his entire math was, well, if Tesla, this is legitimately what he said, if Tesla's stock goes up 20% a year, every single year, never less than that, it always goes up 20% a year for 40 years, you can withdraw 20% of your portfolio, which is correct if there's no down year whatsoever. So that was very extreme. So he said
that's how you know you're in a bubble when people start talking like that.
Yeah, he said if you have like $160,000 of Tesla stock, you can retire.
I see Slurpee's added me there. Capital Mindset Spencer and Jeremy made a video that was a textbook example of the fallacy of relative privation. So that's like whataboutism, basically. And so I kind of saw you guys' commentary on that he was kind of like, oh, but what about the president? Oh, but what about this guy? What about
Miami
Tom
Heat,
Brady?
MLB.
Yeah, Tom Brady and Sequoia Capital. Yeah,
it's like, but I think you guys already said it. But there's just one little detail, just a little detail that one guy's like a football player, and then the other guy is like, oh yeah, I do stocks.
Yeah.
So that's a small.
That's not even my issue with the whataboutism. My issue, they already said it too. My issue is he's like, man, why is everyone on YouTube talking about the YouTubers? Like if we were on like TomBrady.com, like yeah, of course we talk about Tom Brady's involvement, but we're on YouTube, so of course we're talking about the YouTubers. We're not. Why would we talk about the Miami Heat? Like that has nothing to do with our videos.
Like wasn't that so stupid? And I said this in my video. I kept it real. It's not nice, but it's true. Most of these athletes are pretty dumb. Like, have you ever seen ESPN 30 for 30? Like, they freaking dribble a basketball and throw a football. Like, they don't know anything about investing. So that's not the same thing as somebody on YouTube saying, I'm a better investor than you. I know what I'm talking about. Sign up for my Patreon, my buy and sell alerts, and do this and that. Like, come on, man. Like, we all know what it is. Spencer's just simping for his friends. Like,
I think that he brings up a good point, though, that I wonder if we will see regulation of, like, I don't know how you would even word a law, so I don't know if they're going to regulate it, but why should Tom Brady ever be doing some kind of investing advertisement? Because it's not, clearly he didn't, like, he had no idea what was going on with FTX.
Well,
so it seems dangerous, almost.
Yeah, I think it's no different than when they advertise shoes or Sprite or whatever. It's the same.
But you actually
These guys
get
have
the shoe.
crazy followings.
You actually get the shoe.
Well, you do get an account.
Yeah, you got an account.
What are you talking about? You do get an account. Like, that's not the threat. But okay, like,
I will blame Tom a little bit. I don't think an athlete, if you don't know what you're talking about, maybe it's dangerous for you to promote like a crypto exchange.
No.
I'm also up to here with people. Why are you doing it just because Tom Brady did it? Do you have no self, like, I don't know. Do you not think? Do you not go beyond, like, okay, Tom Brady did it, therefore good? Like, it's more of a critique on society in that case. Like, why? Why is influencer culture such a thing? Why do you buy things just because your influencer that you're following is talking about it? Now, the thing is, because that's like Tom Brady, right? He's football. Like, you follow him for football, but some people are following Jeremy because they think he gives good,
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's talking about stocks, so they trust his judgment on that. So it's a little bit more of a vulnerability. And I'm saying I'm saying also at the same time, kind of like, at some point we have to say, how the hell do you even think that's even good? I mean, it's almost like, I mean, come on. There's only, again, so much hand holding you can receive in life. But
yeah, as you kind of said at the very beginning, Jeremy pitching Tom Brady versus Jeremy pitching FTX. Jeremy, since he is a financial YouTuber, if Tom Brady was pitching, hey, this drink, this is what gives me endurance throughout my games, and that turns out it like gives you cancer, then I'd probably be like, Tom, you should have known not to promote that drink, because you're actually a sports guy. People actually would trust him for like a sports drink kind of thing.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
If he was promoting like, I drink this to increase my testosterone.
Yeah, this is my protein powder.
People would be like, oh, look, it's Tom Brady. He's saying it must work. So
whereas if Jeremy did that, nobody would buy it.
No, yeah, like I'd look at Jeremy and be like, all right, this. Well, I'm saying like, no, it's the onus is a bit on you if you think that he's like, something.
It's your boy Echoes Jungle Inc.
Jungle in the building.
Oh, I didn't know that he was an owner or investor. I didn't know any of those details. Like I didn't follow the celebrities. And
yeah. Tom Brady actually lost a crap ton of money. He invested a lot of money.
Are we talking like tens of millions? I think I heard.
From what I understand, yeah, tens of millions. Yeah, might be. Let me see. I'll look it up. But yeah,
fellow quarterback Hall of Famer Drew Brees is famous for. He's lost so much money, not in FTX, but he bought like a bunch of diamonds that like ended up being worthless. He invests. Drew Brees has invested in so much stuff that went bankrupt like immediately.
Bob Smith, thank you for that comment. Yes, because I knew about that guy, Kevin
Mr.
O'Leary.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a degenerate.
Oh yeah, Kevin O'Leary too. Yeah.
I mean, Kevin O'Leary bought Meta at like 300.
Oh yeah. That's another thing. Like it's
and to remind everyone, the only reason Kevin O'Leary is a millionaire, well, he might be a regular millionaire.
My God.
Is this how much Tom Brady lost?
Yes.
What you got?
$650 million.
There's no way.
There's no way. That's like the guy's entire net worth.
Well, that's how much he invested. Well, it's not just him. It's him, Giselle, which she's really rich too.
Yeah, because Giselle is richer than he is.
Yeah. For those who don't know, she's really rich. Yeah. Yeah, no, it says right here. It says, oh, no, I'm sorry. That's their net worth. Fabio's right.
No, I was that's the entire net worth because they're not even billionaires.
The article is written this way.
They're not even billionaires. So like that would be like their entire net worth.
It says they risk losing $650 million investment in FTX. Okay, I'll find it.
Yeah, that's a weird art. So yeah, somebody if comments can help us. Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, Tom Brady's. That's why Tom Brady came out of retirement last offseason.
Did somebody say that?
No. What were we right before the Tom Brady thing? I'll lose my train of thought so fast.
Okay, I got it.
Well, we were talking about Kevin O'Leary right before that.
Oh yeah.
Kevin O'Leary is this investor, right?
for those not familiar, two things about Mr. Wonderful. He killed a guy. I think it was on his boat. They killed a guy. I think
What?
What?
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
I did not know this. I don't pay attention to.
I'm gonna mix up the stories. Somebody fact check me or just go look up the article after. But him and his wife were like,
Whoa.
they're on a.
Wait, just look it up. Don't say something like that.
Right now.
He definitely killed a guy. I know that.
Okay, but I want you to make sure you get that.
It's not my channel.
It's his wife.
On the
It's his
internet.
wife. It's his wife, not him. It's his wife.
His wife, what?
She was found
The
not
wife
guilty.
got acquitted in connection with the August 2019 fatal boat crash in Canada.
All right,
that killed
thank
two
you.
people.
Thank you.
He was
Before
on
we
board.
said-
He was on
Yeah, I'm
board
about to
with
say,
it.
Cole, like we would have known this. It wasn't Kevin O'Leary. It was his wife.
But he was on the boat. Like it was still news. It was still news. But he hired
But here's what's crazy. I guess she crashed the boat and killed 2 people and injured 3 other people. Wow.
and either she was drunk or the people who got hit were drunk. I don't remember. I'm just gonna say baseless accusations.
Might have
over
been
and over
her.
again.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
refrain from that.
Yeah. But yeah, they hired like a PR firm or something after. That's why a lot of people haven't heard of it. But
Yeah,
then
good job.
Secondly, the other thing is the only reason he has like hundreds of millions of dollars is because his company during the .com bubble was like worthless. But he did some accounting things they were legal at the time, barely. They'd 100% be illegal now. But they did some accounting things with revenue to make the company look better than it was, and they sold it to Mattel for like $1 billion, and then like within 1 or 2 years, Mattel just wrote it off, and it was gone. So he was a smart business guy for getting out. But basically, I think what they were doing was they were shipping. It was some kind of education product, and they were like shipping product out and counting it down as revenue. But like the people they shipped it to didn't even order it, so they just like returned it. But it was counted in that quarter as revenue, and then they sold it to Mattel. So smart guy. And then he started a fund in like 2007. And then it went bankrupt within his fund went bankrupt within like 3 years.
It's funny. I always wondered how he got rich because I know how everybody else basically on Shark Tank got rich except for him. I never knew how he made his money.
Yeah,
so that's interesting.
It was aggressive accounting is the nice way of saying it.
It's interesting because a lot of them got lucky. Because I would argue that Mark Cuban got lucky too.
Yeah, he got lucky, and he got lucky, and he got so Mark Cuban, he broadcast.com or something. I think it was it was almost like Twitch, like a very early form of Twitch. Like you could watch video on it. I don't know exactly what it did. But basically, so it was worth $3 billion. This is where he was smart. He was lucky, but he was also smart. It was worth around $3 billion. I think Yahoo bought it for around $3 billion.
But they bought it for $1 billion. I thought it was just $1 billion. But yeah, either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yahoo
over $1 billion.
Yahoo bought it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and this is where I think it turned into nothing. It was kind of worthless. But here's where he was smart: is everyone was telling him not to sell it. They're like, dude, in like 5 years, it's gonna be worth like 10 or 20 billion. But he was like, $1 billion, I'm fine with. So he sold it, and then the .com crash was like right after. So he was smart. He was smart to say, oh, I don't need to be greedy. So I'll compliment him on that.
I don't think he sold it for that reason though.
Yeah, I believe I've heard him say that he not that he knew a bubble crash was coming, but that he was like, oh, I might as well, basically he was like taking his profits almost.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that is what happened. Yeah, he literally just said, screw you guys, I'm taking the money. Like, that's exactly what happened.
In fact, the opposite story of that, in around 2002, Buffett told Gates they needed to diversify out of Microsoft, which at the time probably a smart move, but it ended up costing him like hundreds of billions of dollars. I think if he had just held his Microsoft.
Well, long.
He's still doing well. He's
Right,
still
long
doing
time.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's still.
Yeah.
Microsoft, man. Wow. That's still a story that just like look at its size and it's still chugging along.
The stock, it took like 11 years to get back to all-time highs, right?
Yes.
It wasn't flat.
Yeah, didn't like Ballmer like screw it up or something?
There was a period of time where Microsoft's people were pretty negative on Microsoft. People forget now everyone's positive on Microsoft, but back in the day, people were pretty negative on the company.
And Apple. Yeah.
Apple, like I think 2016 timeframe. People were saying, you know, they're a one-trick pony. They don't know what else to do.
Because Fang didn't originally include Apple. Apple was added later to Fang. It was just
correct.
1A. Yeah.
Alphabet. Or no, that was in Google.
It was
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon. Even though it's not called Google, it's called Alphabet.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. All right, so that's pretty much all the updates with everyone, right? We covered everything FTX related. You guys already mentioned all the other creators, adjacent creators.
Yeah, Chad, let us know if we're missing anything. That's all I can think of. But...
Oh, I just remembered. That's why Millennial Money stopped. Is they lost their FTX sponsorship, and a week later they stopped the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was obviously for the money.
Yeah, because they weren't making. They're making more money on their own channel because they're getting like 100,000 views, which is less than they get anyway, outside of Jeremy. And they had to split it 4 ways. So they're probably getting, I don't know. Do you think 100,000 a month from FTX?
From the
Millennial Money
podcast?
For Millennial Money,
I don't know. We're just maybe.
I personally don't think they got that much because of the views.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did have Graham on there, so maybe.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt it.
Graham may have cut a deal with Graham too. Well, I wonder if he would. That wouldn't make sense. I was thinking like if Graham's like, hey, help promote the podcast, and I'll do it on my main channel more.
Well, it was actually Andre, Graham, Joseph, who are the ones that were left, right?
That's what we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about. Joseph didn't get to keep his. I don't think. I think he lost at the same time. But we didn't. Okay. We didn't talk about. Has anyone seen Joseph's? He made a Patreon video apology. It wasn't public. On his Patreon, he put out.
It caused some of the people because I guess some of the community members we share, and so the ones that were in there, they left because of it.
Does anyone know the content? I heard it was a bad apology. That's all I heard.
That's all we heard.
Yeah,
I didn't get to see it.
Well, we could talk about the apologies. I think everybody's apology I've seen so far has been pretty bad. I think Graham had the best one, but it still wasn't the best because he still tried to say that, well, you know, I talked about FTX US, not FTX, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, literally like a day after that, FTX US paused withdrawals and stuff like that. It's like, why can't these guys just come out and just downright say, like, legit, I'm sorry and I screwed up, and just accept the fact that you're going to lose subscribers and different things like that. I think that might be what they're actually scared of. But I feel like they'd get a lot more respect if they just did that. Instead of just trying to tiptoe around it. Like, you got to understand, dude, no matter what you say, you're going to lose subs. Like, you're going to get backlash. Just try and make the best of it, you know?
Whiteboard Finance was also pumping FTX.
No way,
Marco? The Marco guy?
No.
Yeah.
I'm looking this up. No way he did it.
The comments are saying that Graham is going to address FTX again.
How do they know? Does Graham have like a Discord or something? I feel like he does.
He does have a Discord. It's very dead. It's very. I joined it, and there's maybe 4 people. There's like 10,000 people in the Discord, and like 4 people talking.
Elemental. I never know if he's serious.
Which comment?
What
The funniest
do you
comment.
say?
He's like, I'm leaving. I'm so pissed that Sam disgraced vegans. Now I have to cope by going outside and ruining at the sky because I'm a Democrat and we just have an election. Like, Iced Coffee Hour today was downvoted to hell. 50% dislike ratio to likes. Well, is an Iced Coffee Hour gone?
No,
that's
sorry.
Millennial Iced Coffee Hour is just Graham.
Yeah, Graham has like 4 different channels. He really
okay,
and they're all like more successful than any of Jeremy's.
Listen, this is still why I'm not yet blackpilled. I'm not at Chris's point of just giving up on it.
Let's define what blackpilled means.
Sorry, finance, YouTube finance blackpilled. So
define what do you mean?
Defining it is just basically saying that no matter what happens, no matter what they do, they'll always be very big, and there's no consequences. And the reality, you can just grift, scam, and do whatever and get away with it and never have any consequences whatsoever. And people will continue to reward you for it, even though you are doing it to them. Kind of like you slap them and they say, "Slap me again."
I thought I heard Chris say this. I'll need to double check. I think I heard Strongman say that on Andre's apology video about FTX, he had BlockFi as a sponsor.
Yeah, he did.
Who?
No, he did.
Who?
He did. Yeah.
Andre,
Oh,
in his
yeah,
FTX
yeah.
apology.
The same
Yes.
video.
Yes.
And did BlockFi go under?
You can't make this up. Yes, you can't make
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
Well, they froze. They're
froze.
freezing.
Okay, they
yeah,
froze.
because
Okay.
they're liquid.
Because FTX
Not
is
insolvent.
actually in the process of bailing them out. So
Mhm.
the FTX thing affected them.
Yes. No, they're
They're-
insolvent. Sorry, they're insolvent.
They are insolvent. Okay.
They're but not. I don't think officially announced yet. But
Okay. Breaking news! Breaking news!
They were insolvent, and then FTX came to save them, and then that whole thing. I think
no, but they're doing the same stuff. So like, Coinbase, I was going to tell you is I think a little bit different. But again, Voyager. The reason why I harp on Voyager so much is that they were publicly traded, and we could see inside what they were basically doing. There was parts of it or components of it that were a black box. But if that is a glimpse of what the others were doing, they're all going to go insolvent, especially during a dollar shortage.
Yeah, I said I never made a dedicated video to it because I didn't really understand these exchanges. Jason Spooner with $5 Canadian.
There's where I joke. I have a joke with another Canadian friend who we're all friends with, Kingdom of Finance. They always say Canadian dollars is monopoly money, but it's not. Just a
Well,
joke.
all fiat currency is monopoly money.
Let me ask this. SL brings up a good point. SL says, are any of them returning?
Why would they? What?
Yeah, no. What, return it to FTX?
Well, I think I know what he's saying, but basically he's saying, are any of them returning the money? How do you all think they should handle that? Because I mean, I got it. Opinion. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, how do you think?
So the best optimal way, in order to, but the thing is not going to be nearly enough. Right. Is from there. If there was a way for them to find out, it could be like helping try to mend all the people that did put it based off of their links and clicks.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's not enough money. I doubt they got paid that much from how much
way.
people lost. So,
but at least
what's the whole like
back, at least try.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
the attempt.
Yeah, that's what I think. What'd you say?
I said the whole is like $8 billion, right? That Alameda is like short. I don't know how much customer deposits are missing, but I think they're like $8 billion in debt.
Let's remember that Madoff had friends in the
things.
SEC, by the way.
What about
what?
the SEC?
Madoff had friends in the SEC. People.
That's right. Yeah.
People forget that. Yeah. Yeah, it's the stuff usually.
I heard that Madoff was like super close to being caught multiple times, and he just kind of like sweet talked his way like around it.
The thing is, Flippa the Shippa, if they do a class action, you know what happens in those, right?
Sue who? They all got no money.
No. The creators. They sue the creators. But, like the lawyers are going to have their fill. So
yeah, they're not going to be liable for that. I can't imagine.
Well, no.
But like, let's say there is one. That's the winners that are going to come out of that are the lawyers.
Yeah,
not you. You lost your money. Forget it.
Yeah,
that's how it is. You lost your money. You're the loser. If you put your money in FTX, you are the loser that somehow thought listening to them was a good idea.
How would you actually react if Warren Buffett bailed out FTX? Like it came out tomorrow.
That
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd take the black pill. I'd be done. Yeah. I'd be.
I'll legitimately tell you. I'll legitimately tell you what I'll do. I'll delete the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I would be done. I'd be quick.
I would rebrand my channel to like just talking about politics or something. I would be so done.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
And he starts posting videos with Sam Bankman. They're just like hanging out, like.
Oh, if that happens, I'll one up it. If that happens,
careful.
Careful.
Keep this monetizable.
Yeah. No. Nothing like that. If that happens, I'm gonna sell out of all my brokerage accounts, and I'm gone away.
Yeah.
I'm leaving the U.S.
So there's
That's how unlikely I think that is.
Right, but what if Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett finally pass, and then maybe the son or something is a big crypto guy, and he's like, "We're giving all our money to FTX." Like, what if that happened?
No, that would have to happen pretty soon, because FTX as an entity is not gonna. It's gonna go away.
Oh yeah, don't they? They have there's 77 different companies within FTX.
Let me be precise. What I meant with that is they have to bail out FTX right now. Like as in within the coming months or year. Like that's the time frame. I don't think that's likely at all. Not that I think they would ever buy it, even in the future. Like,
What if
any,
there was like, what if there's like a
random-
2008 bank bailout? Like Congress is like, we got to save FTX.
what? Oh, Congress.
Yeah,
That would be
Congress is
insane.
Congress is like, we have to bail them out.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Cole tell Echoes to check Discord, but then he added Strongman.
What?
Echoes check Discord apparently.
Okay. I will check
Yeah.
it after the stream.
Yeah, what if what if Joe Biden comes in front of cameras tomorrow and he's like I will personally sign a letter to bail out FTX, but the U.S. government will get control of all Bitcoin. And they're like, Joe, that's not how it works.
All right,
Well-
guys, I got to do a hard stop. It's been
Oh,
30
man.
minutes.
That's
all
all
the time
good.
I'm allowed. Got to make
All right,
sure my
Echoes.
home remains happy.
I'm gonna stay here as long as Strongman's computer stays
All right,
up.
good streaming with y'all.
Yeah,
I'll see y'all
we'll
next
wait till
time.
Strongman realizes.
All right.
Okay, so people apparently this fake bailout talk is boring, at least somebody. So move on to I guess now it's just you two. I don't know us two. Chat, throw what do y'all want us to talk about? Y'all can throw some at us, and Fabio, I don't know if you want to dive not deep, but I don't know if you want to dive slightly deeper into how is it that every single exchange collapsed within the is it tied together? Did Voyager collapsing cause this FTX issue, or how
No,
did they
no,
all
were-
collapse at once?
No, it's not that Voyager caused the other ones. It's that they're all troubled with the same disease, and more or less like how they were conducting business made it almost certain that eventually they would collapse.
Mhm.
Now, and like I said at the beginning when we were talking about this, I think Sam SBF, whatever we want to call him, I feel like he didn't want this to end this way, because who wants to be a criminal? Who wants
Yeah.
to not have legitimate wealth? Everyone wants that. But he couldn't, I guess maybe he couldn't fathom the situation or how serious things could get very quickly. So,
Yep. Apparently they got started because it was actually in the video you referenced earlier with that 10 million sub channel that had Sam Bankman-Fried on talking. Hey, he's the most generous guy. Apparently this whole Alameda started because there's an arbitrage between Japanese and U.S. Bitcoin.
yeah.
Which I didn't even, well, the exchanges anyway. Which I didn't know. I thought Bitcoin was like oil, like there's like a world price basically. I didn't realize because it said it was like a 10% arbitrage, which that sounds great. But apparently it's like you had a comment I read. I didn't research it. A comment I read said you have to actually have somebody in Japan with a Japanese bank account to like pull. You can't just sit on your computer and do it yourself to take advantage of that. I don't know if that's true or not. I'll read some comments.
Well, someone's asking about the adoption of FSD, Tesla FSD, being widely adopted. I think
Which
it'll
you were
take
using.
a long time. Yes, on the way here.
That's how he didn't crash while he was.
Oh yeah, I saw people commenting. It's like, oh, pay attention to the road. I wasn't gonna say it, but I was like, yeah. No, but I think it's gonna take a while because like in a heavy pedestrian area, I wouldn't use it. I would only use it in areas where there's like just basically all cars.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But if there are like a lot of pedestrians, I wouldn't run the risk of using it.
Yeah, because if you hit a car, like that's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me because I feel like I don't fully grasp it because I try to stay away from finance stuff. That's why the whole point of my index thing is like I can go focus on other things.
That's better.
Yeah. So can you explain to me exactly so maybe you don't even know. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, but the issue was that FTX loaned like $3 billion to Alameda, and the collateral for the loan was FTX's own token that they created.
Yeah, that's where everyone's having this debate now. That if that's the case, that's accounting fraud.
It's okay. Can you explain? It's probably like a super stupid question. Can you explain what's fraudulent about it?
So, because like the collateral is something that they create.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like not even real collateral, basically.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Mhm.
So like it's like you loan to me, and then I'm like, all right, I'm borrowing this money, and then if I don't pay you back the dollars, I'm gonna give you back capital mindset token.
Mhm.
You would, yeah.
Got you.
Like, I'll take your dollars and then I'll give you back that funny money. So
Do you have any opinions on the McRib we're being asked about?
I've never had the McRib.
I
don't
got
know
it.
what's
I got it for the
that.
first time last year, and it was bad. I guess. I mean, I didn't spit it out. I finished it, but I wouldn't get it again. The
Oh,
was
can
like
we remember BitConnect? Sorry.
BitConnect.
Yeah. BitConnect. Oh my
Even
god.
my wife doesn't believe me. What am I gonna do?
No, but it's funny because remember that happened, and then people like kind of forget. We're gonna probably, as a society, we're gonna forget about this, and we're gonna do it again.
Because BitConnect was also a Ponzi scheme, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a Ponzi scheme.
That guy was a good spokesman, though.
He was not a good spokesman. He is exactly the type of person I would never trust.
No, he wasn't in on it, to my knowledge.
But if that's how you're trying to get me to like it, and then that is associated with
Fabio, you weren't gonna buy BitConnect anyway.
Exactly.
He's a great the people who would invest in BitConnect, he's the exact spokesman you want to get their attention.
What are you talking about?
Look,
I feel like
okay, let me explain this. So basically this guy yelling like BitConnect, this guy yelling that. So that's going to turn away. The people that's going to turn away are the people who are smart enough to not want to buy it anyway. But it's super attractive. The people who are dumb enough to get into BitConnect, that's exactly what they want. They're like, oh, he's making like $10,000 a day off of $1.
Well, you just said like the core of the issue is they're dumb enough.
Yeah. So I'm saying that the people, he's the perfect spokesman because he attracts dumb people, and only dumb people would buy into BitConnect. That's why he's the perfect spokesman.
Wait, can we address this comment? The international investing, not all crypto are scams. Some are just pyramid schemes. So you still can make money.
That actually reminds me. So imagine there's like a box, right? And the box doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So the box doesn't do anything. So its market cap is probably like $20 million, let's say. And then people put money in the box, and then that pays you money from the money that people are putting in there. And so then other people are like, oh, this must be a very valuable box. So they put more money into it. And then because people are putting more money into it, you can give out more money. And did you see the Sam Bankman-Fried interview like a year ago where he described
No,
yield?
I avoided anything to do with that guy.
Well, this is just a whole reference where he went on a Bloomberg podcast or something, and they asked him to describe yield farming. And he just described like a pyramid scheme. Or Ponzi. Yeah.
Well, actually, let's just remind everyone. What CoffeeZilla made a video 6 months ago. 6 months ago. Already on this topic, basically saying that Sam Bankman-Fried was describing his enterprise as a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. Which I just rewatched that video yesterday. The comments are destroying CoffeeZilla.
I know.
Yeah.
Because they're morons.
Well, what their argument was, and I think I believed it at the time. And looking back, I think it was the wrong interpretation. The people shitting on CoffeeZilla were saying, Sam Bankman-Fried, he wasn't describing all yield farming. He was describing specifically like the Ponzi scheme coins that are like worthless. So that's why they were mad at CoffeeZilla, because they said he was. But looking back, and it seems like maybe he was actually just, that's how he thinks of it.
Yeah.
So maybe CoffeeZilla was right.
No, he was.
You should actually go see. You guys should go subscribe to this channel. By the way, wow, that's the worst pitch for a channel ever. I forgot the name of it the moment I tried to pitch it.
Yeah, you got to remember his name. It's a bit of an important thing.
Yeah, this is like the worst. This might be the worst pitch for a channel. Guys,
Johnson, he's gone. No. So Strongman has discovered the new way to do YouTube. It's called YouTube automation. So he has to take care of his kids, and so he left, and then has left us in charge. So we're automating.
We made him like $7.
Yeah, we made him already. No, we made him more than $7. Oh, that was Canadian.
Just since he left. Oh,
yeah.
But it's the Create Unknown podcast. It's run by Kevin of Vsauce 2 and some other guy that I don't think has like a popular channel. But yeah, the Create Unknown. I'll type the name. I would definitely go check out what they've had Psychic Pebbles, aka Zach Cadle, creator of Smiling Friends on like 5 times. If you're a content creator, highly recommend watching all those. But they've had CoffeeZilla on twice. So they've had him on so long ago. His name was Coffee Break when he first came on the podcast.
Wow.
That was his little channel. So yeah, Create Unknown. And yeah, so CoffeeZilla comes on. The second time he comes on, he talks about specifically search like on YouTube, search Create Unknown Luna, I think. And it's a clip where he's talking about the Luna token. Or I'm sorry, it's Safe Moon. He's talking about. Go check out. It's crazy. I just want to talk about this podcast real quick. They've had the biggest names on YouTube have all come on this channel, like Psychic Pebbles, Zach Cadle, CoffeeZilla. Let me just scroll through the names they've had. They've had I'm the worst at pitching this thing because I can't remember any of the people they've had on.
All right, the point is, what do they say? Yeah, what do they say?
Jay Schlatt, Michael Stevens from Vsauce, Call Me Carson. Huge podcast. They only get like 1,000 views. Point is, God, everyone's so rude. It's a cool podcast. Go check it out. Anyway, CoffeeZilla's on. They're talking about Safe Moon. It's only got like 1,000 views because the podcast isn't very popular for whatever reason. And so, but every single comment, it's like 20 comments, and it's just like, this guy's a fucking moron. Like Safe Moon's the greatest investment of all time. He doesn't understand this. And so that's all the comments are just shitting on CoffeeZilla for calling out Safe Moon. And I don't think it's been that. Why would you invest in something called Safe Moon? But Safe Moon?
Okay, Cole, this is what I'm saying. So to some extent, no, to a huge extent, you have to say to yourself, at what point do I say, you've been handheld enough, and it's kind of your fault for being just that ridiculous?
It's an interesting question because, like, what was the cult with the Kool-Aid with the mass suicide? Jonestown.
Well, that's where, yeah. And it wasn't Kool-Aid, by the way, but people use the word Kool-Aid.
It was off-brand. Else. Yeah, it was off-brand Kool-Aid.
Yeah. But they say now that's where the word comes from. Oh, you're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
it comes from that.
Yeah. So it's interesting because.
Flip of the ship, I know, right? What happened to penny stocks? At least with those, at least he's right. At least with those.
Yeah. But so, like with Jonestown, do you blame obviously you blame the leaders, but how much do you blame the members? Because I mean, we know that humans are susceptible to cults.
No. So actually, because the footage is very dark, but. It's at one point there were members that were not wanting to, not live. Yeah. And the other members were forcing it down their throats. Mm-hmm.
The weirdest
part I don't blame the ones who were like at the end, like, oh, I don't want to, but I kind of
But they were in the cult. They joined the cult. So out of their own choice. So that's kind of the question I'm asking.
But you should always have redemption. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so it's like saying, oh, you fell for Jeremy's scam, therefore forever you're marked in my eyes, and I hate you forever. No. Like, you can be in that world and have that. Let's say, you could have fallen for something, and then you always have to have like other people still like say, okay, you're not marked forever. You're not forever a dumbass. Right. You're learning. And that's like the point. But I don't know, because I say that and like sometimes I'm just like, well, but how do you fall for that one? Like, what on God's green earth were you thinking?
Yeah, I guess it would be like the people who lost all their money to FTX.
Fuhat's saying I'm doing the Joker arc. I'm slowly but surely in it.
I thought the most disturbing part of the Jonestown footage was seeing Fabio in it. I thought that was because I thought it happened before he was born, but
no, I was on the mic.
Yeah, he had a gun,
and I was going Pico neck.
Yeah, Pico.
And I was like, what the hell's going on?
I have these other people think this is stupid. Apparently, I'm the only person that can understand it. I have these thoughts. I'm like, what if you saw something that was so shocking that you had a mental breakdown because you're like, you can't trust reality at that point. I think the thing I was talking about was like, what if you rewatched Star Wars and like instead of R2-D2, it was Donkey from Shrek? Like that would send me into like a mental breakdown. At that, I'm like, I can't trust any of my memories. If I didn't realize Donkey from Shrek was in Star Wars, if I was watching the Jonestown footage and the BitConnect guy walked on stage, I would have a mental breakdown. I'd be like, that can't be real.
I'm gonna edit it just for you, but it's gonna be perfect. Like I'm gonna change every inch of it to look exactly like it was filmed from like the cameras from back then.
Yeah. So yeah, basically. Is there video footage? I've only heard audio footage of it.
No, there's video footage
There's
of it.
video. Okay, I've heard audio. I guess.
Well,
I guess
okay,
the
wait,
reason-
no. There's video footage
Yeah.
of the thing, and then the aftermath.
Yeah, I guess the reason I heard audio footage is because it was a podcast. That would explain why I didn't see video footage. But yeah. So yeah, cult, mass suicides, great topic.
All right, but bringing it back.
Yeah.
back
So the point was that you can feel the people who fell for FTX. They're adults, so that was their fault. But you have empathy for them.
No, okay. I have empathy.
Yeah.
I have empathy for them, but man, like I don't know, like no one was forcing you.
Yeah.
And everything was there, and there was plenty of information. And like you said, like there were people who had larger platforms than us saying it. Not many. I think the larger platforms you could say that they were been corrupted, but there were plenty of people who were saying all the information you needed to at least question it, and would provide you the resources. Like for example, the Voyager Digital one. That was a free resource. It was just like we're basically just looking at a 10K.
Well, I saw Diamond Hands Investing had a video where she showed the 12,000. Do you know she bought $12,000 worth of Voyager shares?
No, she's a degenerate. I already know. Yeah, she's a
$12,000.
degenerate. Yeah.
Also, she has 64 videos on Voyager.
Well, because she's got to earn back the $12,000.
Exactly.
No, but it's funny because it'll take her forever to do that.
I don't know what she's doing as far as the algorithm, but
Yeah.
she consistently gets. So she has like 5,000 subscribers, and she consistently gets about 3,000 views, that's an insane ratio of people clicking. So I don't know if it's the algorithm or
Cuban drug lord just entered the room, and he got his name is not that, but
that's a street name.
That's a street name, yeah. No, it's what the YouTube community gave him as a name.
So Fabio's I'm in a dark room by myself. Fabio's got a party.
Oh, it is becoming a party. It is becoming a party. So
yeah, you guys have heard of those eyes.
I'm
wide
just live
shut
streaming
parties.
here, and then they're just like, oh yeah, like he came in and y'all aren't working.
In fact, people were wondering, like, Fabio, why do you have a green screen set? There's like a giant rave, right? If he moved that green screen, you'd see like 100 people in his living room, like wasted.
Not wasted. He's drinking a LaCroix. He came in drinking a LaCroix.
Mixed with.
Mixed with substances, I guess. I don't know.
What do you guys honestly think about Jeremy's stocks? Does he have a chance to recover his losses? This isn't a rational way to invest, but
wait, I'm in a live right now. I can't engage you. I have to engage the live stream.
Hopefully they've heard some of that.
Yeah, these are all Strongman's viewers, guys. Like,
yeah, this isn't even my YouTube channel. I have to. We're doing YouTube automation for Strongman. All right, what was your question?
So, International Investing says, "What do you guys honestly think about Jeremy's stocks?" This isn't financial advice. I mean that seriously, but I feel like now that all his stocks are down 80 to 90%, I think there's a reasonable chance that there's some kind of rally where he doubles his portfolio within like a month, and he's still down like 80% or something. I could see that happening. Not suggesting you go buy Smile Direct Club or Tattooed Chef.
No, maybe like one or two of them, like just do a crazy pop. But the one there is a stock. I'm not going to say its name because he might actually. I know he watches Chris's lives or videos, so I'm not going to tell him which one. But there is perhaps one that might save him.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's it. Then
Is it the one that I think will save him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's one that might save him, but
Yeah.
as far as the others go, they're a lot of them are just like, I don't know. It's
What would your reaction be if?
no, that's the scary part. I know what you're about to ask. What would your reaction be?
Oh, this is not what you do not know what I'm about to ask.
Okay, go.
Yeah, what would your reaction be if it came out that on Monday, Tattooed Chef revealed that all the company's cash was held at FTX? Tattooed Chef is insolvent now.
I'd be done.
But yeah, during the earnings, correct me if I'm wrong here, because this is just once again a lot of my knowledge I get just from random comments. I don't research it afterwards. Tattooed Chef adjusted. They said they were going to have like 10% gross margins. They actually have 0% gross margins.
Yes, they're selling everything for as much as it costs them to
yeah, I wanted to clarify. I knew what gross margin meant. It meant that whatever it costs to make the food, they sell it for that.
Yes.
And there's no amount of volume is going to save this.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if they sell like 1 million or less. It's they're selling it for exactly because the volume might help them cover their operational costs. Exactly.
Okay. When it says the gross margin 0, that includes like labor and that includes like
everything.
All the costs? Okay.
Everything that's included in the production of the product or service. Cost of revenue.
Man, I should have gone to that accounting class.
Yeah, you should have attended those classes because that's actually one of the first things.
Yeah. Just if anyone has any questions, we'll probably miss most of the comments, but if you have any questions, feel free to. I'm trying to read what I can.
Try to access it, and then my phone should be able to give you the password.
Fabio, correct me on this one. I'm going to take a swing at this. Fairly reasonable investor says, I read somewhere that the only reason why stocks always go up is because the dollar is constantly losing value. I'd say saying that's the only reason stocks go up is definitely wrong because of how much in real returns we've gotten over centuries. But when the dollar gets stronger, stocks go down because they're denominated in dollars. And when the dollar is less valuable, stocks go up because they're denominated in dollars.
Sorry, I was addressing a Wi-Fi problem. No, I heard you.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Sorry for.
When it turns out when there's 100 people on your Wi-Fi, it slows down a little bit.
No. He's asking for the password so he can get some work done here. Yeah. But with, they're to an extent, sure, but like no, businesses are becoming more productive.
Yeah.
So
stocks would go up without inflation.
Yeah. Like adjusted for inflation, they still have gone up.
Although some people, I don't know if they're crypto bros but I've heard people say that over the last 100 years, the average inflation rate has been like 11%. Like I've heard somebody say that over the last 100 years.
Over the last 100 years, the what?
The average annual inflation has been 11% over the last 100. So like a dollar is actually worth like $1 million 100 years ago.
Oh, yeah. So
like they're claiming none of the inflation numbers have ever been true.
Yeah, no.
So basically, like the stock market actually has been flat, like since inception.
Stock market has been flat, and no one has gotten
returns,
rich off of the stock market. So like those index investors, because it'd be the index investors.
Sebastian says it has to be wrong. Yes, that is wrong.
Yeah, that has to be wrong.
And everyone keep in mind. So imagine, everyone's like, oh, the government is lying about inflation. And all their argument is always stupid. They're like, yeah, they said inflation's 8%, but eggs are like 10% more, which is not like inflation doesn't cover just eggs. But keep in mind, so put yourself in the shoes of, let's say you had to come up with the inflation rate. That means you have to look at the entire U.S. of like 400 million people and figure out like, well, how much did their average expenses go up? Inflation's very personal. So like I hear people say, oh, I got like a 5% raise at work, but inflation was 8%. So I actually got a pay cut. If your actual expenses yourself didn't change, then you still got a raise. Like just because a national inflation rate is one thing. If all your costs were like, if your actual inflation was like 2%, then it doesn't matter what the national average is to an extent. Because like, let's say you're renting. The national inflation rate's 8%. Your rent goes up 20%. I mean, that's a much bigger issue. You're paying your costs are going way up higher than the national average.
Justin says it's because they don't want to pay more Social Security and pension.
Does that? You probably know more than me. Is that an actual incentive? I'm sure it's.
Well, it's a presumed incentive, but then again,
Social Security is well funded in terms of treasuries.
Yeah.
But would people? So for those of y'all that don't know, Fabio is actually. You remember when Gorbachev tore down the wall? Fabio,
I was
Fabio
there.
brokered that. Yeah. So I hear lots of YouTubers and Redditors say the federal funds rate can't go to 5% because the U.S. won't be able to pay back its debt. I mean, is that like a consideration that the Federal Reserve is like, well, we have to make sure the U.S. can pay back its debts, so we can't raise it too high?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think that's on the radar at all?
No,
Is that yeah?
It's more like the health and appetite of like the bond market.
Mhm.
Like it's a fair bit more complicated than that.
Mhm.
But we could oversimplify it. We could just say, yeah, the rates are low because of the Federal.
Yeah. Well, does the U.S. government want 0%?
Oh gosh, someone said the trigger word for me. Print more.
Yeah. Does the federal government want 0% interest rates?
It doesn't really matter all too much.
Matter. Yeah. So when somebody brings up like, well, they can't service the debt, you don't think that's a
no? There's a huge amount of leeway still left.
Mhm.
So
could there be a time when that would be an issue? I guess
potentially, just depends again on the lending market.
Yeah. Okay.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah. As far as like they just want to steal our money through printing. They don't print. They don't print money. They don't print money. That's the biggest trigger for me. on Strongman's channel, we're on Strongman's channel, so I won't get into it.
Did you guys actually know in 2019 there was like $1 million of actual currency in circulation, and in 2020 there was like 5 trillion.
Well, I mean, like money is being made, but not in the way people think. And no, Harley Johnson, they do not. That is like the epitome of like YouTube economic finance.
Well, just one of those things that would like break your brain that I was talking about earlier. What if it came out that there's only like 20 physical bills in the whole country? People just there's only like 20, there's only 20 bills, like total, and the same people have just been moving them around.
There's only 20 bills.
Yeah, everything's so digital, nobody noticed. It's like, I haven't seen a $1 bill in a while.
Well, okay, so I'm entertaining this further, but no, that they're not. Stimulus checks is not the money creation itself. That's not the let's say the singularity. It's not where it's happening.
I remember, I think Obama said, it might have been Obama, but somebody asked him about, is Social Security going to go bankrupt? And so somebody pitched the idea that they can just mint like $1 trillion coin and fund Social Security.
No.
Okay.
No, you can't do it.
Yeah.
The point. This is Strongman stream. We're not getting into that. That's like that. We would be here for like a couple more hours, and that's time I don't have. And that's time Cole doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go to sleep yet.
Exactly. Yeah.
So another day. But you're getting there. So
I'm just reading through the comments. Yeah. Fake Alias says, is there a reason we've had a long-term trend of decreasing rates up until this year?
A long-term trend of decreasing rates up until this year. I mean,
it has been like sub 4% since 2008 or something.
Well, because something's kind of broken in the system. Yes, that's more or less a sign of things. So it's not. And the thing is, we aren't experiencing like a ton of lending growth, even though in the way we want, by the way. Even though rent rates are not presumably, they have been going lower. It's a sign of something is wrong more than anything. Is
that issue being worked out in the current recession? Is that, and the high rates, is that kind of fixing things? Or
no, the high rates thing is more or less some that's akin to something else that's going on with like basically a dollar shortage going on globally. So again, those are big topics.
So when I said there were only 20 bills in existence, that was real. There's a dollar shortage.
No, there's not that kind. No.
Like Europe's like, can we get a $5 bill? No, like, well,
No, but go figure. The global system's a lot more complicated than just like, oh, we print money. Brr. I love the meme, by the way. That's why I always post that meme on Discord because I think it's hilarious. And that's what happened all throughout 2020, 2021. All the normies came in and were like, oh, money printer go brr.
Yeah. I remember. I don't remember what the discussion was at all, but yeah, I just remember this Kevin video where I clicked on a Meet Kevin video. Within the first 5 seconds, he was like, yeah, Jerome Powell, the brr, and I just clicked off immediately.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like Harley Johnson. I don't know where you're. Well, I know where you probably got it from, like probably YouTube or like Peter Schiff or whatever. But no, that's not the case. The United States does not create. The United States government, the Federal Reserve, does not create money from nothing. It's a lot more.
You said the U.S. government, and then you said the Federal Reserve, which
the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve.
Federal Reserve does not create money.
So it was a correction. But it is a funny meme. It is a hilarious meme, and I love the meme too. I love the meme too that Jay Powell is creating money from nothing. I do love it.
So why do they do quantitative easing if it's not creating money?
They do quantitative easing because it's one of the only tools that they have. So the belief that it will do something to spur economic growth via the wealth. It's like the wealth effect is something that they've written about, even like within papers in the Federal Reserve. They acknowledge that that's one of the reasons as to why they hope that it causes a point of, let's say, increased spending. But as long as they don't get lending growth, it's not really going to be what they want. That's where money creation actually happens.
So what does quantitative easing create? If it doesn't create money,
reserves.
Reserves? And reserves then do what?
Reserves are just representations of something else. Therefore, something had to have been created before the reserve was created. That's like as quickly as I can explain it. But like, just think about that. How is the reserve made? Well, something has to be made first before the reserve is made. So therefore, something else has caused the creation of money.
So maybe to make sure I understood you, there is a creation of money, but it's not. It's not the quantitative easing.
Oh yeah. Money is created, and money is also destroyed. But money is created, but just not where people think that. The joke and the meme is that the Federal Reserve does it. Money printer go brr, just like that. Yeah, no, it's not. It's kind of funny. There is an effect that it has in different parts of the market, but yeah, if you go on YouTube or YouTube finance creators or YouTube economics creators,
you had the good Ben Felix. I think has a good. Have you seen this quantitative easing video?
Oh, it's probably better. I haven't seen it, but I assume it's better.
I see people link it.
Yeah, it's probably better.
No, I was just you said something. It wasn't It was. I was just listening to the podcast I talked about earlier, the Create Unknown. They said in an episode like last week or so, very good. I really liked it. They said if you're ever trying to like solve a problem, and this I'm thinking about like inflation, I'm thinking about quantitative easing and stuff. So if you're ever trying to solve a problem and you're like, well, why don't they just do blank? Then that you should probably ask yourself, is this problem more complicated than I think it is? So like I always see people on Reddit. I've seen YouTubers with 1 million subscribers say this. They said, if I was in charge of the Federal Reserve, I would have just raised rates to 10% like a year ago. And so basically what they're saying is, they weren't talking about inflation, but yeah, if you say, well, why doesn't the Fed just raise rates to 10% and end inflation? Ask yourself, is this more complicated than
probably more complicated? Yeah. That's the point. but like reading those comments, like I actually do enjoy it when you send me stuff like that because it just makes me chuckle inside. It's like funny, I don't know. I think it's funny.
Do you want to red pill people on Reality Labs in Meta?
Really, you want to do it?
If you want, I was going to let you kind of take the stage. I think people would be interested. But both Fabio and I love Meta stock right now.
We love it now.
Yeah.
But like, there were people buying, like Kevin O'Leary, going like, "Oh,
Jim Cramer,
Jim Cramer, oh, $250 a share."
So let me set up the discussion real quick. Because I've sent you like not 1,000 comments, but I sent you a lot of comments. YouTube videos with millions of views and tens of thousands of comments. They're very, very popular. Basically, Facebook over the last year has spent about $10 billion to create a video game that looks like a Nintendo Wii character thing. Can so that's the current perspective on Facebook, is they made this video game. Is that the extent of what they've researched over the last year?
No.
So what is first off, a lot of people, so I'll set you up with I think this is a good pitch for you to hit to start off with. So the Oculus, what is it? The Quest 3 Pro, or what's it called?
So there's the Quest Pro and I think Quest 2.
Okay, so the Quest Pro, I think it's $1,500. A lot of people have said Facebook's lost their mind. Nobody's going to buy this $1,500 Quest Pro just to play video games at home with.
Mm-hmm.
How would you respond to that comment?
The Quest Pro is not meant for them. First of all,
okay. Who's and the name might tip you off. The Quest Pro, which is short for professional.
Yeah.
So who's the Quest Pro intended for?
Professionals within the working field in various industries. So like I know that, for example, my firm's going to be more or less using it in, I think, like sometime and in the future. I'm not even going to give away the quarter that we're going to be using it. But yeah, it's going to be used through. It's going to be more of an enterprise thing. The consumer doesn't even matter as much. The consumer aspect is kind of like the side thing. And there's a bunch of technology. We were discussing actually in the call today, but you were absent today. You were watching another stream, I saw.
This is the first time I tapped out. I got like halfway through, and I was like, I'm bored.
Yeah, it was terrible. No, I mean, like I saw you guys ended it really quick, but
yeah.
Anyways, point being that we were talking about various technologies that have actually been developed. Because you asked me that question, you said, are there not usually other technologies that are developed adjacent to the product that actually have these other? Yes, there has been actually. A lot of the stuff actually with, basically measuring movement of hands, et cetera, through just like you thinking about it.
Yeah, so, I saw. Yeah, I think it was like a supercut of some Facebook meeting on CNET or whatever the YouTube channel is. They showed some video game where they had, and I think it's not fully at this level. It was kind of like a demo product, I think. But they're basically playing one of those runner games where your little character like runs and you have to collect coins and stuff. Basically, they had a little bracelet on. And when they first started doing it, they would like do this to like move the character to the right or to the left using their thumb. And basically the bracelet picks up on the electricity in your nerves or something like that. And so eventually after, I don't know how long it took to acclimate to them, but they were just, you didn't even see them move. And the video game was moving perfectly just from their brain.
Yes, because they've developed a way that the actual, let's say, the device's software is learning your behavior and then eventually gets used to the way you do things. And then it's basically now customized to your movements. Yeah. So it should be in the future applicable to all people individually. That's the goal of it, because everyone kind of does things a slightly different way than other people. You might have like a little fidget with your thumb that I don't do or something like that. I just want to say with Harley Johnson, no, it is funny. Well, so the comment, okay, so we're just keeping track of what we promised to pay back. So we're not just creating money technically. So my problem with this is, think about it like this. I don't want people to become desensitized to what is actually printing money, because then ever in the future, people are going to say, because then we were going to create a system where we actually do print money. And then people are going to say, well, it wasn't that bad. We only had like 10% inflation.
You're saying countries that print money are Zimbabwe.
Countries that print money can have hyperinflation. Yes.
No. What's different between Zimbabwe and what the Federal Reserve is doing?
They are not creating something out of nothing. They are not creating really anything. They're just creating reserves. That's it. They're not creating money. So something else it's being made at some other point, and there's actually a bit of a problem that we don't actually have enough being made.
The reserves are backed by actual like economic value.
Yeah, but a lot of people think that we had monetary based inflation, and that's just not the case. It's going to be pretty much a rude
away. Whereas like in some place like Zimbabwe, some place with actual printing, they have no assets. Like the country has no assets. They have to print to pay their debts. They have to actually create money that's backed by, not even backed by like an economy, basically. And that's what leads to hyperinflation. Am I kind of getting there?
Yeah, like if you actually create something from nothing, yes, you would cause that. But there are countries like Venezuela, Zimbabwe, they've done it. So people in the United States, if they start getting used to that term, they're going to go in the future. And when we propose a system where we actually do that, people are going to be like, oh, we're going to promote. We already did that in the past. Like we did that in 2020, and we only saw like 10% inflation. Therefore, it must not be that bad.
Yeah, I think clearly there's some disconnect because I've heard people. So I feel like people invent the numbers, but I heard something like in 2020 the money supply went up 500%. Like there's 5 times as much money in 2020. It's like, okay, well, inflation was like 10%, so like that something's disconnected here. Because I don't think velocity fell by that significant of an amount. But back to Meta if we can. Yeah. A lot of people think it's as always. They think it's just the. Can you actually explain Horizon Worlds? Because when people think Meta, they think Horizon Worlds. That's a video game everyone has seen pictures of. My understanding is at the moment it's kind of just like a showcase almost, where they're kind of showing off the improvements of VR. Yeah.
Yes, that's the whole point. Like there's much more. There's cooler games out there. There's like Blade and Sorcery, which is actually like a pretty cool game as far as like what you can do in the VR. There's better examples, yes. So like it's getting there, but people are harping too much on like the consumer side of things. I don't think that really matters as much. But it's working because people are just talking about it. And
but it's
the point.
It's not even the focus. Isn't even. Would you say the focus is VR or AR?
A mix of the two.
It's a mix of the two.
A mix of the two.
Yeah, because the AR is way more interesting.
Yes, that's what I'm. Yeah, for me.
So and let's. I guess we'll define it because I think a lot of people only think VR. Like all the goggles can do is VR. Because I read a comment. I didn't send it to you. I got tired of sending you comments, but somebody said, the Meta Quest thing. It doesn't make any sense for a meeting because how am I supposed to type on a keyboard if I have goggles on my face because I can't see my keyboard. I mean, answer it genuinely.
No, I know. So, like, first of all, you're talking about the Meta Quest, right?
Yeah. So
that's the one meant for gaming, by the way. That doesn't have AR capability.
Gotcha. Is the
Meta Quest Pro? You can see.
Yeah, I just didn't say the word Pro. Yeah. Okay. So with the Pro, people said, well, I can't use this for business meetings because I won't be able to. I've got goggles on my face. I can't see my keyboard. I can't see my screen.
You can see your goggles. You can see everything.
So that's what the difference between VR and AR is. VR is you're in a virtual world. Like nothing is. See. Yeah. Augmented reality is they're like glasses. You can just see in front of you, but you can also see other like. Tell me the thing that really excited me about Meta. Explain the little monitors to me.
So what this is actually capable now. Like we have someone in the community who they use it right now for their work. And they were actually using it for this very purpose. And they were actually saying that, you actually get like a keyboard and you can, touch on that keyboard and it knows where your fingers are basically going, etc. So they were using it for their work. This was a conversation we were having today in the call, by the way, that you missed out. But so they actually, you put on the goggles, let's just call them goggles. And then you can basically create new screens because, if your work requires more screens and you're like, dang, I wish I could just have another screen right here. You don't have to go out and buy a new screen and install it and put it there. No, you can just kind of create one. And let's say you only need one screen right now. You can have one screen. You can create 2 more screens, 3 more screens. Depends. And
in case anyone's confused, they're not physical screens. Like it's just a virtual mod. So
they look like they're there.
Yeah. So you could have Excel over here, and this is augmented reality. You could have Word here to like take notes on the meeting, and then you could have the meeting over here. Can you so I mean I thought that was super interesting that you can, because you don't even with the Pro you don't even need a desktop like to plug in, because all the other, as far as I know, all the other competitors you have to plug them into a desktop to run. I don't know if that's right or not, though.
No, it's right. I'm laughing because someone said, did you guys reveal Jeremy's hidden gem pick yet? Please post it on the chat. PLTR bag holder here.
We did reveal it. Yeah.
No, we didn't. We didn't reveal it. No, because we're not going to help Jeremy. But yeah. I love your streams, guys. You need to make these weekly streams together. Well, Cole sometimes comes on my stream. Chris is just busy with the kids. He's a father now, so he can't do streams like this anymore. He can only do like short increments, like 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. These longer streams are understandably much more difficult.
Do you think this? Because I only asked this question because maybe it's too small of a market. But could you see this being the Pro? Could you see it being popular on on Wall Street. Like you can have all these different stock charts just on your vision.
Well, I mean, it's much better than just having, just your screens per
Yeah.
se. You can just have them there, and you don't have to have all the
Do you
screens.
see that within the next 10 years or so? Like
Oh, within 10 years, that's easy.
Like a lot of
10 years.
traders are using the Pro.
Yeah, 10 years. Well, something akin to that. So
Akin,
it could be like the eventual goal is to get them, something similar to this form factor. There are already some that actually can get something close to this, but it's not. It needs to be perfect.
Yeah, I've been questioning how possible that is because I know we've gotten. You can only because it has to run a computer. Like there's only so small you can make those parts.
No.
Yeah.
You so like for example, I can still have it running right here on my desktop, and I can just connect. Yeah, exactly. Like I can have all the processing power happen there. I don't have to have it happening here. Of course,
that's a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better. So
Although
like,
I guess that's not. You can't be walking around outside though. I guess.
No, but you can do like basic things walking around outside, like messages, etc., stuff like that. Basic things there. But when you're doing intense stuff, you can do it at your workstation. You can plug it in, and then you can actually use the more powerful components in your desktop.
Gotcha. Yeah, they I was watching I forgot who he was interviewing. I was watching Zuckerberg. It might have been on Joe Rogan. He was talking about their I think it was the word form factor you said.
Yeah.
I'd never heard that word before. He kept bringing it up.
Form factor. Like, we want it in this form factor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess I'm not a scientist,
Scientist.
Hey, it's Sasha.
Yeah.
I think we complimented you earlier. We had some guy donate like 3 super chats that said Sasha had an awesome video today. Go watch it. Sasha, did you catch I think I saw you catch some heat about your video. I forgot who actually I'm not going to say their name. I was watching somebody's live stream earlier today. They fucking laid into you, Sasha. They're like this piece of shit like called out these he was kicking these YouTubers while they were down. They already have to they're already dealing with all the backlash of FTX collapsing, their sponsor, and now Sasha's just trying to get clout by making videos about these YouTube. I was like, God, Jesus Christ.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, probably that's what I'm talking about. Dude, yeah, Sasha, this guy was pissed at you, dude. I mean, he actually said, I don't know Sasha, so I won't be, I won't talk too much about it. But he seemed angry. He was calling you like a clout chaser and stuff.
Whoa. So he said, I don't know him, so I'm not going to say much. And then he said,
I think a commenter brought up Sasha specifically. Yeah,
I get it.
And he said like, he only talked about you for like 2 minutes. I think it was. I don't want to overblow it, but yeah, this. Have you tell us, Sasha? Have you caught any other heat from anyone like Spencer? Because Spencer comments a lot on people's channels. I wanted to say this earlier. I don't know if it's Spencer. There's 2 reasons a big YouTuber would comment on like a significantly smaller, like 1% their size. It's either like an absurd ego, or it's just genuine like kindness. Like, oh, I'm a creator, and I remember being a small creator. So do you think Spencer comments on like Spencer commented on Strongman's video and said it was a good video? Do you think he's just like a nice guy and he's trying to help out the smaller channels, or do you think he's like just searching his name because he has like a huge ego?
Or could be just trying to, make
damage control. Yeah.
Like, oh no. Let's be cool with each other.
Yeah.
Could be that.
Is it true Meet Kevin owns the Millennial Money channel? Correct. Yes. Well, let me correct that. I don't know if he owns the AdSense account connected to the channel.
Can we start calling out the agency thing? I feel like that's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird, right?
Let me pull it. So basically, every content creator that I would never tell my friends to. Basically, every content creator that I would like go like if my friend told me they watched it, is all at this one agency. Let me pull it up.
You're an early bird, Arturo.
Okay, so it's the creatorsagency.co, and these are the gyms they have. Graham Stephan, I think the only gym of that. Erica Kohlberg sucks. At least she doesn't like grift people, but her content is worthless. Erica Kohlberg is the lady who goes like, yes, my Delta flight has been canceled. And they're like, sorry, there's nothing we can do. Actually, I've read your terms and conditions, and you have to give me $3,000. That's Erica. Andre Jick. What? 0 for 3 so far. Graham Stephan, I'll count it. One for the Meet Kevin. It's literally just the worst people are all in this. Graham Stephan, Erica Kohlberg, Andre Jake, Meet Kevin, Ryan Serhant. I've never even heard of this guy. Nate O'Brien. I don't remember if I like him or not. I think he's fine. Minority Mindset. Don't know him. But then we got Ricky Gutierrez. Super sucks. Jake Tran sucks. Spencer Cornelia. From what I've heard, the guy just straight up ripped CoffeeZilla when he started growing his channel. Don't know for sure. And then there's a Brian Young, which I don't know anything about him either. But basically, every person who sucks is in this agency.
Wait, Ryan Scribner's in there, you said?
No, not Ryan Scribner.
Oh, okay.
Ricky Gutierrez and Jake Tran.
Ricky Gutierrez. Oh my God, no, that's one.
Well, it says and more. So
that's one. That's one. It's. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, okay, so then there's another agency that someone else is a part of. There's like a whole other agency. So there's that one, and then there's another one. Is Jeremy part of an agency or no?
I thought that was funny that Jeremy was the only guy.
Yeah, he's the only one. Yeah, it's crazy. Because Kevin, okay. No, but I'm pretty sure there's yet another agency that another group of influencers are in that one.
I'm pretty sure all these agencies are just like it's funny because I'm pretty sure all these agencies are just leeches too. Like they just take every agency I've ever heard about. They just take your ad revenue and don't provide any value to you. So it's funny that it's a leech. They're leeching off all these YouTube leeches. We're leeching. It's like everyone is leeching off of each other.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Okay, so I don't even know. Like we were talking, like we don't know if there's like some sort of implicit agreement that you don't talk bad about each other if you're.
Yeah, I think maybe not. I don't know if there's something legally binding, but I feel very confident, and maybe Spencer would have defended these guys anyway. I'm very confident that he was messaged at some point, just being like, "Hey, since you're doing these CoffeeZilla style videos, don't come after somebody in the agency." And maybe he wasn't going to. I'm not saying I'm not saying he was going to anyway. He may have he's friends with the people and he may not have wanted to. But I'm sure there was some kind of talk that's like, if you want to continue being a part of this, don't make them look bad.
Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer. It's maybe somebody can because I don't watch Spencer. Maybe somebody can clarify. Has he gone after Andre, Kevin for anything?
I'm not.
Gutierrez?
I have that one just like because I remember that one thing he researched and I thought it was very problematic or like at least lazily done, and that was the only impression I have of him. So frankly,
and you never said what it was, right? Because I don't think I know what you.
Oh, I told you. I guess you weren't.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I wasn't listening.
It was actually something with a particular industry that is publicly traded, so we could actually go and see.
Oh, okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
So am I?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, you got it. Yeah. So
I think I was vague enough that if you didn't know what I was talking about, you wouldn't figure it out. But
no. So when I saw that video, and that was the only video I've ever seen of him. Yeah. Well, actually, no. I think I've seen one other video, which was the one that you guys sent me, the one that he was defending them.
Yeah. Well, you said you really changed that topic that we're not saying out loud. But is there a reason I'm not saying it out loud, or?
Yeah, because it's people will get mad at that.
Well,
stuff.
you said you changed your mind when you watched that Adam Ruins Everything video about it.
Oh my God, that guy's even worse. No, Spencer's was way better than that. Way better than that. But it's just I don't know. Like maybe that's the fallacy of like, all right, it was a first impression and I should like let it go, and then the other stuff is all good. It could all be good. Like that could be the one that's bad, and then all the other ones are really good.
Well, that's all media, and I think there's a name for it. But that's all media is you. So like basically, let's say the Wall Street Journal, just as an example, not a real example, just using their name. You read them every day for your news, and so you read them every day, and you're like, wow, I'm so educated about world events because I'm reading all these articles in the Wall Street Journal, and then you've been reading them for like 2 months, and then one day they write an article about oil refineries, and you work at an oil refinery.
Yes.
Like everything in the article is wrong, and you're like, holy, like none of this is right. And then, but what's funny is most people most people don't take the next step to go, oh, does that mean everything they write about that I'm not familiar with is equally wrong?
Yes, no, I've
Yeah.
already I've taken that step a long time ago. It didn't take
Yeah.
me long in life to realize that.
Mhm.
It really didn't, and especially like when I do that sometimes when I cover like CNBC takes
Mhm.
on various things, like for example, certain things they talk about with taxes, which is utterly cringe. And they interviewed like a professor who wasn't even like a professor anything remotely towards taxes. I think it was like
Mhm.
professor in political philosophy, and had them talk about tax
Yeah.
policy. And I was like, what is their problem, or what is their expertise in this space?
Yeah, I bring that up just because you talked about, you saw the only Spencer video you saw you thought was completely wrong. That
It had nothing to do with what someone's saying. Like, oh, he goes
Yeah.
after sports gamblers. No. This is something more outside of what he traditionally talks about.
Yeah, that's what happened with Adam Bruin's Everything. Is I wasn't like a huge fan of the show, but I was watching Adam's. I enjoyed watching little clips of it, and then he talked about a topic that I actually knew. I was like, holy, like this sucks. Like, did he even research this? Like he must have pulled up Wikipedia for like 5 seconds and then shot a whole show about it.
No, yeah, that's kind of goes like, okay, well, if that's bad, how bad is the other stuff that I didn't look into?
Mhm.
So for me, it's hard for me to shake off once that happens to me. If I have that experience with someone, it'll be very hard for me to shake off. But that's me. A lot of people are much more forgiving.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. I just said Adam actually uploaded a video a month ago that blew up. Got like 1.2 million views. It's a 20-minute long video of him talking about billionaires. And
oh, I don't want to watch that. That's a waste of my time. Those are minutes that I don't get back.
You stayed up until like 4 a.m. watching Rights Marshall or whatever.
That wasn't me. No.
You should watch. I think you'll enjoy it.
Let me think.
Fake Alias says, when I saw Adam's video on tax services, I was out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You find one thing. Someone, where's Strongman? Busy drawing clown thumbnail? No. He figured out YouTube automation, so he's taking care of the kids. And
we told him instead of ending the stream, he left an hour and a half ago, and we're still live.
He figured it out. It's just like, we're more than willing just to hang out and talk, and then have a camera in front. And then we gotten some super chats for him.
How the hell we have over 100 viewers, and the guy, this would be like, it's not even, Strongman's not here he hasn't been here for 90 minutes, so we're holding viewers.
Yeah, we're holding viewers. Well, they're here to listen to our crap.
Exactly. Yeah, that hasn't even been interesting. This is like fucking.
We've just been bantering and just talking about random absolute nonsense.
Yeah, this is like Seth and Paul basically. It's like I'm like the dumbass. I'm just like, so Fabio, can you explain for the viewers?
Seth, there's two of them in there. So wait.
I'm Seth and you're Paul. Where Seth would always be like, so Paul, can you explain?
But no, you don't understand. Like you said, there's one of them is a dumbass. It's like, no, you're wrong.
Oh no. I'm saying what the theme is supposed to be.
You're wrong on that. That's actually not true. There's not only one. And you know what? Let's leave Seth out of it. Seth.
What if Seth shows up in the comments right now? Seth shows up in the comments right now. He's like, yeah, somebody messaged me that y'all were talking about me. How can I join? How can I join the
show? Reminisce on what happened before. No, if Seth joined the war, that'd be hilarious. Someone's got to create a meme of it, because then that will reshape reality and cause it.
Did Everything Money make an FTX video? Like not a sponsor, like calling out the bankruptcy.
No, but they probably will.
I think they touched on crypto recently.
Fabio and Seth sitting in a tree.
KISSING.
I didn't know that was like a part of the lore. We can make it part of the lore.
You do understand that crypto is the technology of the future, meaning it will not go away. Some coins may be replaced, but the tech is here to stay. I'm just gonna come out.
Oh, I thought he was. I didn't know if he was trolling above. Like,
no, I wasn't. I'm not sure either. It's like it's written seriously, but it's also written satirically.
No, it's like Elemental Tamago. Elemental Tamago does the same thing.
No, this is not a super original thought. Other people have said it, but if Bitcoin was valued based on the technology, it would be at like $5 a coin right now, because like there's not really a use case for the blockchain at the moment. I mean, they're not $40,000, $60,000 a coin. People are not buying Bitcoin to use it. I'll say that. If people only bought Bitcoin to use it, it would be at like $5.
What's your cost basis in Solana? Pretty bad. My average is in the 30s, but it used to be over 100. So it takes. Oh, you're serious? Oh well, more power to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm admitting
whatever
that
you want.
I'm admitting that there's value in blockchain, although I couldn't specifically say it because I'm not an expert on the blockchain. But yeah, I'm sure we're going to use it. But as I said, I mean, it would be like imagine aliens came to Earth and they had to and you showed them $1 and but you scratch out the one, obviously. You scratch out the one. You ask them, how much is this worth? They could say $20,000. Like, how would they? They're aliens. So I feel like that might be what we do with Bitcoin. Where like 20 years from now, Bitcoin is required for daily life. Like you cannot go through your day without using Bitcoin. But it turns out like, oh yeah, it was only worth like $10 a coin. Like we really overhyped what the value of it was. Because what I've heard is a thing for Bitcoin is basically when the internet was first kind of being developed, there's a cost to very, very simple things like loading a web page, sending an email. There's a cost to those, but they're so minuscule that companies are like, well, let's just have that be free. Like you don't have to pay to send an email to somebody. The issue with that is because it's free to load a web page, it's free to send out an email. If I want to take down YouTube, I can DDoS it and like have like a million computers try to load YouTube at once. I don't actually know how much you would need to DDoS YouTube, but or if you're a scammer and you have a billion email addresses and you send out a scam email to a billion people, that's free. That's free for you to do because it doesn't cost anything to send an email. So even if only 1% of people fall for it, that's 10 million people. So basically, what a potential use case of crypto could be is every time you want to load a web page, every time you want to send an email, your computer basically like mines it, just does a real quick calculation just to show some kind of proof of work or something. I'm not great on terminology, but so basically if you're going about your daily life, you would never even notice that when you send an email out or when you load a web page. But if you're some scammer trying to send out like a million spam messages or DDoS a website, the work your computer would have to do would actually be substantial at that point. Mm-hmm. That's a possible use case for some kind of blockchain or crypto thing.
So, I mean, this person, I guess, is actually serious about the crypto points. Once you put value on a coin, the rest is priced with demand. True. As long as it's not obsolete, it will continue to increase. Again, I don't know. Just do whatever you want with your money, man.
Yeah, somebody was trying to argue with me because I guess it's true, but not in any meaningful way. They were arguing with me that stocks aren't priced. The fundamentals of a business have nothing to do with the stock price.
No, that's a moronic statement.
Because it only has to do with supply and demand. So if people will pay more for the stock, the price will go up. And I'm like,
that's why I say mechanically.
Yeah, that's true in no way. It's true in no meaningful way whatsoever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like the market would close out any arbitrage if you were saying like, oh, Apple, the whole company is selling for $1.
Yeah.
And nothing's changed with the enterprise. Nothing's changed. Like, yeah, the market would close out that that opportunity much quicker than it could ever get to $1 for someone to actually do that.
Yeah, somebody's right. People are still, I think after Terra Luna went to like zero, very close to zero. I didn't actually get to zero because people are still trading it according to the comments here, which I think is true. I swear Terra Luna went up like 300% in like an hour. Like it went from like a billionth of a penny to like 3 billionths of a penny or something.
Sorry, continue.
People are still buying Terra Luna, even though it's like, yeah.
So, Stranger, I'm gonna because I find it fascinating the comment thread. So I reached $250, and when it's on its way to $1,000, if inflation had not occurred, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Actually,
I think he means if rates weren't raised. Because Andre said that in a Millennial Money because I made a huge Andre video where I had clips of Andre saying we're going to be at $250,000 a coin he said 100,000 by the end of this year. I'm sorry, the end of last year. He said 100,000 by the end of last year per coin, and that was based on the stock to flow model. which he said couldn't be wrong because it had never been wrong before. Outside of the times that have been slightly wrong. Anyway, so he kept saying he was angry on millennial money. He was like, because it was like February this year and Bitcoin is falling slightly and he missed his $100,000 mark. And he was like, yeah, it was going to hit $100,000 a coin if the Federal Reserve didn't raise rates. He was like, he's legitimately pissed. You could, like, he was hiding it a bit. You could tell he was pissed that Bitcoin would have hit 100,000, but the Federal Reserve raised rates.
No, he completely reminds me of the Redditors that you always send me.
Yeah.
Those very cringe comments. So Pomp, shout out to Pomp, big fan for the Philippines. Shout out to you then. Hello.
He might be right, but what I brought up in my Andre video is if your investment thesis relies on the federal funds rate staying at zero permanently, then that's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's not really a good thesis to begin with. All the greatness of inflation without the rise in stock. Yeah, I know, right? It's almost like it's not monetary based inflation, right?
Mm.
It's almost like it is, right?
Yeah.
I'm back. The sky knows who's boss. Oh, remember what Elemento said? He's gonna go outside and ruin the sky.
Oh yeah, because he's a vegan, or because
he's a
vegans?
vegan Democrat.
Yeah, and Sam Bankman made them look bad.
Earlier this year, Rabble had. By the way, this is Rabble. At this rate,
all two of us,
yeah, and the father taking care of his children.
How freaked out, guys, comment section, be serious with me. How freaked out would you be if Strongman has actually been here the whole time? He's been that still. He's been that still, wearing his iconic green polo.
And he's been watching the whole time, just waiting.
No, like that. I'm saying that's not his profile picture. That's just that's his webcam. He just hasn't moved for 90 minutes.
That would be funny. That would be hilarious. I would laugh. And he just all of a sudden it starts moving around.
Yeah. So you were reading Fake Alias's comment earlier this year. Rabble had a crypto guy that showed why Solana was going to dump.
I mean, I don't think I was there for that one.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. But we should almost unironically do the same thing as Millennial Money. Just create a Rabble.
Like a separate channel.
I
pitched that like a year ago. I think multiple.
Yeah, but that
of
was
us said,
stupid then.
Yeah.
As soon as I said it, now it's a smart idea.
Yeah, it was right. No, it was right when Millennial Money shut down. I said, dude, we need to start a channel right now.
Yeah,
because how were they not sued by CNBC? Because they just stole the name. I mean, I guess it wasn't Millennial Money for CNBC isn't a podcast, but that was like. They had been, Graham and Kevin had been on CNBC's Millennial Money. Yeah. So it was obvious where they got the name from.
I'd be freaked out if he had his mic muted the whole time and didn't know. Oh, like Strongman's trying to tell us something. He's like, no.
He's like, I'm trapped in this circle. So I'm stuck in the metaverse. Zuckerberg muted him though.
We're being attacked by Sam Bankman-Fried and his hackers at 4chan.
Yeah, my YouTube channel just got hacked earlier today. Sorry, all my money's gone.
Do you remember when the news media was like the hacker known as 4chan?
Yeah, yeah. So who is this 4chan? That was a quote on CNN. Dude. My favorite CNN thing is because I haven't had cable in about 7 years. And I was at my parents' house, and they had cable, and so I was like, I wasn't even watching. They had Fox News on, and they had left, but I was like, I wasn't even watching TV, so I left it on Fox News. It was just in the background. Every 5 minutes, I heard like, dun, 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 like it's like breaking news, and I was like, holy shit! Like every 5 minutes, and I would look at it, and it was like. Donald Trump's rally starts in 30 minutes. I was like, it's not breaking. That was scheduled months ago. That's not breaking news. What the hell are you talking about? But the funniest example, I thought this was Photoshopped. Turns out it's real. CNN did and you can Google it. It's a funny picture. It says, it's a picture of the Titanic. It says breaking news. This is the Titanic sunk 112 years ago today. It's stupidest thing.
Yeah, CNN, Warner Bros. Discovery has announced that they're going to be trying to fix CNN, and they're like firing all the old guard and trying to bring it back. But
yeah, I mean, I forgot if I said it to you. I said it to somebody. I was the brand is so. I think somebody suggested like CNN should try to go like more moderate to like bring back like a slight Republican audience. But I was like, the brand is so tarnished that like nobody's ever going to be like, oh yeah, well CNN is more moderate, so I'm going to switch. They might. I could be wrong about that.
yeah,
What up, Echoes?
Yeah, Echoes. Yeah, we're still going.
And real quick, somebody in comment wanted me to give a. Hey everybody, it's Joey from Joey's World Tour. I'm back. If you have not seen Joey's World Tour, Fabio, that is a rabbit hole you need to go down.
No, it's not a rabbit hole. I need to go down.
It's a like 400-pound buffalo man that just eats food in his car and has a like he has a video. I swear he had a heart attack.
Okay. I'm confused whether Stinger hit or whatever is like kind of like trolling or not. Now they're saying something about owning Google shares and thought it'd be cool to own one share at a price of 2,000. If you don't mind, can you share with us? No, never mind. I won't ask.
I'm pretty sure that's a joke because he said he wanted to own one, and then they had a 20-to-1 split. Now he owns 8.
No, yeah, I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, Joey's Nutella challenge. That was awesome. I can. So one of my favorite. I don't know if anyone here watches Sleepycast since it ended like 7 years ago. But they have this one of my favorite bits they do. They talk about do you at least know the genre of people review? They sit in their car and they review fast food products. They get like hundreds of thousands of views. Like it's actually a very big genre on YouTube. Yeah, they're like, I got the new Wendy's sandwich. They're always like super obese. They get like 500,000 views.
Oh, you know what? No, the only one that deserves the recognition.
I know who you're talking about.
I know him. So therefore, all of you need to know him. You better know him, and it's the report of the week.
Exactly. Yep.
He's the man.
I was watching. He was at like 100,000. He was at like 100,000 subs. I think when I found him, and now he's at like 3 million.
Yeah, he is the man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the only person that's not like 400 pounds.
He was also being sponsored by FTX.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he really got a lot of backlash from that one.
he was like, yeah, if you're into after eating his like McDonald's burger, he's like, yeah.
Like, well, everybody, if you are interested in crypto, then you can try out FTX.
Oh my god.
Crypto review.
Yeah. He changes. Welcome everybody. This is a report of the week. Crypto review.
I remember. So I was watching them back in like 2016. It was my first apartment. I was like with my roommate, and every day after class, we would just come home and watch Report of the Week. He was big, but he was way smaller than he is now. Because there wasn't like all these memes. Because he's in a bunch of memes now. Who? Report of the Week.
Oh, okay.
But he's in the memes now. Like my day is ruined, and but this is when he was like smaller. I might be misremembering, but I swear there's a video where he's reviewing Hooters wings. He's like in his car. He's like in his car doing it. And he's like, yeah, so I was going to do this review from inside, but I got kicked out for staring at the waitresses too much. But like, since it's like deadpan delivery that he always does.
Yeah, he is a funny guy. Did you see that he bathed in like a hot sauce or something? Or
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he has a video of doing that a long time ago now. That was more the degenerate fun side of YouTube, yeah. Aside from all this tomfoolery on this side of things.
But I was going to reference the Sleepycast podcast. They were talking about food reviewers. And he was like, they were talking about, I don't know who the food reviewer was, but the guy was like, he's super fat. And he's like eating, he's like eating, I think he's doing a challenge. He has to eat like 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers in like 5 minutes. And they said there's a part of the video where like all of a sudden he like just stops eating and like his eyes like roll back into the back of his head and he like starts drooling. And like they said he died for like, it looked like he died for like 2 seconds. And also it just goes right back to eating. It's in the comments, somebody like timestamped the part of that video. And they were like, oh my God, like what happened? And he's like, and the guy responds like, sorry, I burped. It's just how gross some of these people are.
Sam Beers, my gosh, don't say that about him.
Yeah, dude, Sam Veers bust my balls, dude.
Sam, you can know who Sam Beers is.
Yeah, I already forgot his soya bean. That's his Discord name, also known as Fabio's nipples.
Yeah. If you were a whale that owns 1/3 of Solana shares, then maybe. Oh, okay. Talking about something else. You guys are talking to each other now. You're probably thinking of Nikado Avocado.
It might be.
Nico. What?
Careful.
Why?
You're saying it a little slowly.
I don't understand what.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Wealth 101. I feel like, did you comment on my videos? I feel like you look familiar.
Oh yeah, Wealth 101. He's a commentator. The argument I've been saying from Solana is that the network token, therefore it's the future, bro. Yeah, man. You guys do whatever you want with your money. I'm not gonna, you're all about crypto. All right, cool. He's a YouTuber who ate himself to look like a ball.
You've seen old pictures of Nikocado, right?
Yes. Yeah, super skinny. Yeah. I only know because that's like almost like shock videos at this point.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Now, Fabio, you said you actually said a lot of people don't know where Fabio got his start on YouTube. His first video that blew up was he's for 24 hours straight. He watched the Nico Lol video with the Bernie shirt on, saying whatever you say, boomer. He watched that for 24 hours on loop.
Yeah,
and that's when he blew up.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea who Nico Lol is?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying yes. Yeah. All right. So Nikocado Avocado. Oh, okay. So how we went from look at this is how you know we've been
guys. Augmented reality is the future.
Yes. We didn't even finish that. But the point is
Facebook is more than just the. Also, most of Facebook's expenses go into Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. They didn't go I've seen so many, even Penguins, critical. He made a video like, Facebook put all their money into this video game.
You just realized like how we went from that to talk about Nikocado Avocado.
Why did that start? Does anyone remember what started the food review thing to begin with? I don't remember how we jumped to that. We weren't talking about, you don't use your Quest to watch food reviews. That couldn't have been what started it.
No, it wasn't the start of it.
Oh, that's right. Big Pharma Shill asked me to do the. I don't know why he asked me to do the Joey's World Tour. I guess it's because woo 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 sounds like roo or something like the Roo Rabble. That's how we got on to it, because he asked me to do the Joey Super Cool Food Reviews. Dude, he has a hilarious video. He's reviewing food. It's almost scary how quick he was with it. It makes you think maybe it wasn't a joke because he was so quick with it. But he's like eating. He's like, this is the new Burger King Whopper, and he's like eating it. And then you hear like, because he does it in a parking lot, so like a police car with sirens drives by and here. So he's eating, and all of a sudden you're like, wee, 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 wee. And he's just like he immediately stops eating. He's like, she told me she was 18. He was so quick. It's almost you question if it was a joke or not.
All right, so we'll close off, I guess, on some things. I'm gonna text Strongman that we're on the ropes of this. Let me text.
Oh shit!
What happened?
Carlson just uploaded. I think it's about FTX.
Oh, well.
Maybe it says a total catastrophe. The full story. Yeah, okay, it is about FTX. So yeah, Carlson just put out a 15-minute video about FTX. So I'll have to go check that out, I guess.
I'm not. I'm too tired.
I'll text you if there's anything interesting.
Yeah, you just text me. I'm not gonna watch that. It's too much. I don't know. I don't like to waste my time too much.
We could not text Strongman and just leave, and maybe he'll forget this overnight. It'll just still be live.
People are just watching. Empty. We need a Fabio times Strongman dividend. Oh no, let's do it. You and me, Cole.
Oh jeez. I mean, we're in agreement. I'm just like maybe a little too technical. I mean, this is my argument. I just said.
Do it.
I just say which I don't even value stocks. I don't even know why I argue this, but basically, if I were to value a stock and see if it's at a good price to buy right now, I wouldn't look at the dividend yield.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's
we're in a complete agreement.
Yeah.
We debated.
Yeah. I mean, I get. I'll go. That's like my. I guess my super safe core position that I feel like you would agree with that. I guess
Can
if
you
I
hear
were to,
the dialogue happening
yeah,
in the
yeah,
background?
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
these
guess if I-
degenerates. There's many rooms.
If I were to maybe let me try phrasing it in a way that you would push back on. Let's see. And once again, my core position is I don't look at dividend yield when I value a stock. There's no value in a company paying a dividend. Well, no, because we already had this for like a 2-hour debate. So no, I guess we're just in agreement. We've already had this debate kind of. But maybe I'll try to take on the opposite. So I'll try to take on an extreme position on it. There's no reason for a company to ever pay a dividend because the stock price decreases by the value of the dividend because they pay out the cash. So therefore, companies should never pay a dividend.
Companies should never return capital to shareholders.
They should do stock buybacks.
Okay, we're in complete disagreement there.
No. I'm trying to set you because I know the comments want to see us debate this. I'm taking on a
okay.
I'm taking on a more extreme position of my position, so that you have something to rebuttal.
No, but we can't fake debate if that's the case.
I think we can. Yeah, we can.
No, Octopunch. That is definitely not true. Okay, that's the point that I would like debate. It is not the same.
What if I said a dividend? A dividend is the same thing as a forced sale.
No, because it's not. You're just transferring one type of asset. That's like saying all assets are all the same.
So,
anyways, that's what I think the last podcast episode was about. Because
I think I could be wrong here. I think Buffett has said, if you own Berkshire Hathaway and you want them to pay a dividend, well, you can just sell some shares.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to pay a dividend.
Yeah.
That's the context. It's not that he's saying no business should, because he invests in companies that do pay, and he talks about, like, for example, the reward of that. But it's contingent on the business having something to reinvest into. So he's of the belief that, okay, right now it's best for Berkshire to reinvest all that cash, and that makes sense. You don't want them to pay a dividend just because. Yeah, that's incorrect too. That's too of an extreme approach.
Yeah. But
they're using sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Are you saying there is a difference between a dividend and so let's say you own $1 million of a stock.
Yeah.
Scenario A, they pay a 2% dividend. Scenario B, there's no dividend, but you sell 2% of your shares. Is that equivalent or
selling the shares?
Yeah.
No. No, they're not. No, because in one case because the ownership in the assets is very important. But what you're basically saying in saying that they're the same is that all assets are all the same. They're not. Cash is cash, and then property, plant, equipment's another asset. Patents are another asset. So that we have, all these other kinds of assets. All assets. Yeah. There's different types of assets.
Because when you sell the stocks, your percentage
you're getting rid of all
decreases.
Yeah, you're getting rid of all of it. It's not the same. One is a productive asset. Cash is not a productive asset, right? So when a company is giving you a cash dividend, it's giving you a non-productive asset for you to spend and do whatever you want with it. When you sell a stock, you're getting rid of a non-productive or a productive asset in exchange for a non-productive asset. And you're giving up all of the future benefits that productive asset were to have given you. That's what you're selling.
Yeah. Actually never. So if I own a private business, is that a dividend when I pay myself as like a private business?
It's a distribution. Yeah. Yeah. You would be distributing cash to you. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Imagine
it's taxed as a dividend or.
Well, it depends on how you receive it, because you could be paying yourself a salary, but yes, if it's a distribution, yes. And well, it depends if it's an S corp or C corp. If it's a C corp, yes, that's a dividend. But if it's an S corp, S corps are taxed at the personal level in the first place. So you're paying taxes on the corporation's behalf. The corporation doesn't pay the tax.
Does it matter if I'm the sole owner or if there's multiple owners?
No, well, it's in proportion to your ownership. Are you talking about the S corp?
I have no idea.
Well, if you're talking about the S corp, it's in proportion to your ownership.
Mhm.
But if it's a C corp,
Yeah. I was mainly asking, is the word dividend exclusive for public companies?
no.
The specific word dividend. Okay.
No, not at all.
Because you said distribution when I brought it up.
Distribution is what that depends on the entity that we're talking about. C corp, S corp, etc. So no, that matters. Distribution, dividend, and so like there's limited partnerships. Limited partnerships give out a distribution, but it's effectively the same thing. We're all talking about cash being returned to shareholders or owners. So
I was thinking about like if because this would make no sense obviously, but if there's a law that says dividends are illegal, at first I was like, well, a stock wouldn't be valueless because there could still be, like with Twitter, there would be a buyout. But then I thought, well, if nobody would buy it because they couldn't. There'd be no point buying it. Yeah.
If I made a law, if I'm all powerful and I made a law and said companies can't return cash to you, yeah, they are worthless.
Yeah.
Because what's the point of your ownership?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a piece of paper that says that would be like, I don't know, like buying a planet.
Yeah, or a star. Yeah.
Yeah, buying a star or planet out there in the galaxy. And you're like, oh, look, I have this piece of paper. It says I own. So like imagine if you say, I have a piece of paper, it says I own Meta. I'm say, oh, cool for you. Good for you, Cole. You hang it up and you can look at it.
You should watch. It's very funny because I know The Simpsons has been on for like 31 seasons, and yet I forget how long it's been on television.
That's insane.
I was watching an episode of The Simpsons, and it's making fun of the .com bubble, and I was like, that's an old reference. I'm like, making fun of the .com bubble. That's an old reference, but it came out during the .com bubble, so I was like, oh, that's actually very. So at the time, it was timely. So I forget that Simpsons was out in 2000. It was out in 89, I think is when it came out. But you should watch this. It's a good episode. It's only 20 minutes if you want to watch it sometime. Bart starts like an internet company where like basically draws like a cartoon of his dad getting mad. And so they start a website called like angrydad.com. And basically like Silicon Valley types come in.
Okay. Wait, can I answer one question here?
Yeah.
Let's see. No Octopus says no. Stocks you own the net equity. Well, let's walk through that example one more time.
It's a very extreme hypothetical.
Yeah, very extreme hypothetical because it's more of a philosophical take on where the value of an enterprise comes from. If I make a law that says companies cannot return capital in any form to shareholders, it is worthless. You don't own, like, okay, oh, wow, you own the net equity. Okay, what does that imply? Exactly that. It's whatever the next guy's willing to pay for it, but like they're going to follow the same rules, right? The same rules will apply to them. They won't be able to extract any value out of the company. Hold on, let me say.
I guess I think I brought this up. I think I brought this up the other time. I guess there is some value in, like, somebody would want to own Twitter just for the control of it, even if you could never make money from it. Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. But like at that point, right? You can't get any money out of the business. You can only make money from someone else buying it from you at a higher price, and they can't.
No, I was saying somebody just wants to be able to control Twitter. Like I want to ban so and so from Twitter. So I'm just like, even if it was only like $20, there would be some value of owning Twitter.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. The ones who would make money is the executive team because they'd get nice salaries.
That's presumably true. Yeah.
So they could extract those resources that you can't touch via salary.
I think this is something that
we're getting very philosophical.
Yeah. I won't say there's specific industry I want to touch on, but you said you didn't want to touch on it.
Go for it. No, whatever. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I can just easily make it about something else.
Okay.
When people talk about like nonprofits, and I'm not an expert on nonprofits, but like you can pay the leader like $500,000 a year just because it says nonprofit. It doesn't mean like there's not money to be made. So
exactly,
yeah. So like even if you couldn't get money out of owning Twitter, if Twitter's a shitty example. Let's say you could buy Google and they can't return any capital to you. You could pay yourself a $20 million salary. Like there's as a CEO, you know.
Well, like if we're basically changing the semantics of it, but you as a shareholder that's sitting on the outskirts, just investing into the stock. Yeah, you like in this example that we just gave, it's worthless to you.
Yeah,
you're correct. And then I would,
What the hell was I on right before that? You said let me answer a question real quick.
NFTs, crypto, Robinhood.
Somebody remind me what I was saying the moment before he said, "Let me answer this question real quick."
Donald scammer. Millennial money. Not wallets. Depends, Cole. It could be salary, wage, bonus.
We had just moved past. We just moved past the like.
No one commented on what you were saying.
Yeah.
So
was I talking about dividends? I might have.
you might have been talking about dividends.
Yeah.
I love it. The Stepsis my abscess just takes it to a whole other political rabbit hole. Look at the comments.
Oh, that's right. I was talking about the Simpsons, the .com bubble episode. Thank you, 9 Inch Nose. You saved me.
Damn.
So yeah, so there it's a .com bubble episode. So Bart starts an online website.
Oh, come on.
What?
No, don't worry. Continue.
Okay.
I caught it, but you didn't catch it.
Okay. So yeah, Bart starts, it's called angrydad.com. It's just little web cartoons of his dad. And these Silicon Valley like venture capital people come in, and like Bart's like the CEO of the company, and they're like, okay, Bart, your website Angry Dad just got 4 million visitors today. And he's like, wow. Bart's like, oh my gosh, like how much money did we make? And he's like, we didn't make any money, but you can't be paid in stock. They just have like on the wall, there's like a toilet paper roll of shares, and they just like unwind it and like hand it off to Bart. He's like, here's your pay. And then at the end of the episode, the company goes bankrupt because they didn't make any money. The company goes bankrupt, and Bart's like, "What happened?" He's like, "We're bankrupt. The stock price went to zero." And he's like, "But I have a million shares. What's a million times zero? And don't say zero." So yeah, I brought that up because you were mentioning if you couldn't return capital to shareholders.
It's worth it.
Made me think of Bart had. It made me think of Bart had a million shares of this internet company, and it was worth $0.
All of my guests have arrived, so I'm gonna have to head out. I texted Strong Man.
Okay, guys, so it's just me. We're about to drop to 20 viewers until Strongman can come turn his computer off.
Are you just gonna rant at the live stream?
I'll talk to the commenters.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys. You guys have fun.
Guys, if we can keep this over 50 viewers, I will Fabio, what will I do?
No. I'm done.
Diamond Toes Investing? Is that what you're laughing at?
Yeah.
I had no idea you could go all night. That's funny.
Oh no. Oh. I for a second there I thought it was the real one.
You thought? Yeah, no, I did too.
I was like, Cole. No way. This is some sort of joke.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night. I'll see you guys. Cole, you have fun. I'll see if you're still on. If you're still on,
like 2 hours?
Yeah, still be on by the time I'm done watching the show.
Gotcha.
And then that'll be fun. Oh yeah, take off your shirt also.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe.
Is that what you're doing?
No.
Oh. I thought you were gonna do that. All right. I'll see you guys. You have fun.
All right, peace out. Okay, guys, welcome to the Strong Man Personal Finance. My name's Christopher Belly. I'm a CPA certified accountant. I'm the author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And today I'm going to be doing the Strong Man live stream. Fucking Jeremy. Hey, what's up?
I'm actually in my underwear right now. That's what I just seen it. All right. Well, while you guys were doing this stream, I was doing some research, and I got some bombshells that I'm going to drop on a specific person.
I got you real quick. I don't know if you saw while you were gone. I haven't gotten to watch it yet. Carlson just put out a 15-minute video about FTX, so I was going to go watch that after this.
Ooh, man, hey, just talk. You should react to it. Just put FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried.
Sam Bankman-Fried, Joseph Carlson, Sam Bankman-Fried, Andre Jick.
That's all you got to do, man.
Three clown afros. Yeah.
Exactly, you know.
So are you making a video tonight on something, or are you telling us right now live on stream?
No, I got to keep it secret. So I have to download a bunch of screenshots before somebody deletes them. So.
Gotcha. So when can we expect this?
Well, I got work tomorrow, sadly, because I'm a loser with a job. I needed to do some investigating, but I'll text you when this is done, okay? But you guys are going to really like this video, and there's some people out there that are exposing frauds that we're pushing some very interesting stocks just a year ago. That's all I'll say.
Did you hear any of my like right before you came on?
No, were you talking about Jeremy or something?
Oh my Jesus, that's so fun. So Fabio left. I mean, I guess he texted you because he was about to leave, so the timing isn't too coincidental. But yeah, Fabio left 30 seconds ago. Fabio left, and so I was like, well, it's just me, and this is strong. So I just started doing an impression of you, like your whole intro spiel you do. You're like, I'm Christopher Belly. It's on Amazon. And the moment I finished my impression, you showed up. So I started dying laughing.
Hold on. I got my last grip bucks for the night. Well, I guess that's it, boys. I'm currently in my underwear, and I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So we'll do a Jeremy outro, and you guys have a wonderful night. Cheers.
Holy smoke, is this ain't no joke, as I was literally about to go to bed.
Oh my word, look at that.
Wow, do we have a lot to get into here today?
Woo, 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 man. Oh man.